Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your talking to? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me.
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind? Hey,
Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me. Tell me, oh, tell me.
What's your talking to? You ready to go, Jen? You was cutting up on that one, girl.
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Tell me, what's on your mind?
Shit, what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your
Oh,
mind?
say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
Hey, what's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind?
Say what you thinking, what you thinking?
What's on your mind? Hey.
You know you love me. Hey y'all, I was trying to finish up eating. I see we got these numbers behind y'all names again, so I wonder if we're gonna have a problem ending the live again. Don't know, but I guess we have to wait to find out. Give me a minute. There's something else I wanted to, I could only do until we went live. So let me see if I can figure out something I was trying to take a look at yesterday. I hope you guys are doing pretty good. I'm doing all right. I am. Give me a minute while I look into this. I'm gonna throw this up for a few minutes just so I can check out something about what happened with not being able to end my live yesterday. Hold on. Okay, you guys, I think. Okay, you guys, thanks for your patience. Okay, so if Milo Didi by chance happens to come in here tonight, remind me to change something with her stuff, okay? All right, you guys, thanks for your patience. Let me turn this music off, and we'll see what we can figure out about what's going on with, let's see, should I leave out of here and come back again? I think I'm gonna try to leave out and come back. Hold on, you guys. Okay, I'm back. So we'll see what happens tonight as far as the live is concerned. Thank you guys for your patience. Although I know some of y'all be so impatient. You just got to go. You just can't wait. You just so doggone eager. You know what I'm saying? But stuff happens on the side of this technical stuff. And so we had to figure it out. I could not end my live yesterday for at least 15 minutes, like, or more yesterday. And it took a whole lot to get that thing offline. So I'm just trying to figure out some stuff today to prevent that from happening again. Destiny sometimes doesn't really get a chance to come in here much because she's busy with school. So for one thing, Destiny, if you happen to pop in here, I took your moderation wrench because I'm just trying to go through some things one by one to eliminate some stuff to see what's going on with my stuff. So when you come back around here again and you're on the live, I can give you your wrench back at that time. But for now, I'm just trying to take down as much stuff as I can to see what's going on with my StreamYard. All right, you guys. Anyway, welcome back. It's Friday. Welcome back. It's Friday. Dance. Welcome back. It's Friday. Say what? Yes, it's Friday. Y'all wanna argue? I know you wanna argue. Some good old stuff done happened this week, so I know you wanna argue. I know y'all came over here to argue. Bob, where you at? Va, Mrs. Va, because Mrs. Va don't be doing no arguing. She be discussing stuff. She ain't got time to be here meddling with y'all like that. And I don't blame her. I don't. But thank you guys so much for joining me tonight on Friday. Let me hold $5. No, okay, all right. Listen. We call ourselves the gatekeepers over here because the gatekeepers think it is our job to know every doggone thing that happens with these Duprees on Beyond the Gates. And we like to gossip about them like they real, even though we know they're not. We also have our own person over here who sees to it that y'all hit the like button. So if you ain't hit the, let me hit the like button myself so that I'm complying. Okay, now we got 18 likes thanks to me because I liked it on my other thing too. Y'all see how y'all all got a different name over here today? Everybody got numbers and stuff behind their name. Wonder what's up with that? Huh? Wonder what's up with that? Any old way, StreamYard is making a lot of different changes. So maybe because they're making these changes, because every day you log on and they're telling you something new. Oh, you can do this now. You can do that now. You can do. So maybe it's taking the system time to catch up with it. If not, we will have to move over to something else, honey, because we ain't about to be putting up with all this stuff. We ain't. If y'all don't hit the like button, then our officer of the like button is going to pull this thing over to a halt and tell y'all to do what?
Hey, you, hit the like button.
Belinda Hill gonna make y'all hit the like button. So you know why waste our time? Just go on and do it. Are you subscribed over to this channel yet? Are you an official member? Now you become a gatekeeper by doing a comment down there. But if you ain't subscribed to the channel, then what you waiting for? You know you love me, so you may as well go on and subscribe. Y'all be trying to make somebody work hard and beg and plead. Ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all need to just go ahead on and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to make it to my next goal. I would like to get to 3,000 subscribers. So help me out with that, because I can't subscribe 3,000 times. I can't do it. Only you can do it. As the bear used to say, only you can prevent forest fires. So only you can get me to 3,000. Let's grow this channel together, okay? Now, we do like to have fun over here, but after we have fun, we like to straighten up and clear our throats and become more proper and discuss the finer points, the deeper things that has to do with Beyond the Gates. Why do you think like that? Is that the way you feel in real life? Do you care if somebody really does that? Why do you think they got their character doing that? So we like to straighten up and talk about how we really feel about the stuff that we are watching go down on this show. Now, I heard them mention something today. I'm going to get to it. But I told y'all if they start that mess, I'm going to be going right past it. And Dr. Madison, baby, you about to be deleted from my whole conversation, girl. Just keep on you and your mama. What else was I going to tell y'all? Okay, now. Also, we ain't mad at you if you want to send a super sticker or a super chat to the channel. We have a goal of 10 on Fridays. So if you can help us make it close to that goal, that would be nice. It's a cute little way to say thank you, Miss Jen. It's a nice way to show a little appreciation for all of the work that goes on over here and all the time that is put into coming over here to entertain you. Let me entertain you and we'll have a real good time. Yes, sir. So go on and send a super sticker, super chat if you want to, or if you rather hit the Cash App, you can do that too. Then that way it comes straight over here, and then YouTube don't even get a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? Because as it stands now, child, they be getting their part. They don't be playing. Do y'all know I had to take down my live from yesterday? I did. They said it was the copyright, so I took it down. So episode 157 don't exist over here no more. That's gone. That's gone. That's gone. Because I don't argue with the YouTube. I do not be windmilling with the YouTube. Thank you so much, Miss Elaine. Elaine. Thank you, Miss Elaine. Elaine be hitting on the first. Elaine was the first super sticker tonight. Elaine was the first membership. Elaine gave the first, I think Elaine was the one gave the first gift. And that's how Fido got his, unless I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong. But Miss Elaine be hitting on the first. She was the first person to come up here alive with me when I first opened up these gates over here. I did. She did. She was the first one came up here and had a discussion on with me. Just me and you. Wasn't it, Elaine? Just me and you. All right. So thank you very much, Elaine, for leading the way. Oh, y'all talking about what y'all brought. I'm going to see what y'all brought in a minute. Yes. All right. Let me get down here and see who down here. Oh, wait. We ain't said hi to the Mars and stuff. Hold on. Say hello to the Mars and to Tony Lynn and to Elaine and to Belinda and to Raven Maniac. Say hello. KB Mommy, are you still on vacation, girl? Cause your man done took you on a good vacation, girl. He didn't take you on a 1, 2, 3 day. He took you on 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 day. He took you. He took you. He took you enough days where you can't say nothing about him taking. You can't say nothing about birth no babies to him no more. He done took you on all of the vacations. Okay. Let him know next time that the gatekeepers are available to go to. If he wants us to go, girl, we can go. If he want to pay our fare, we'll go. Okay. All right, you guys. Let me see who down here typing in these comments.
Who's that typing in the comments?
Okay, let me see who down here typing in these comments. But y'all, first, I gotta take this ponytail off. This ponytail getting on my nerve. Me and this ponytail here got to part company tonight, baby. She don't like. Ow, wait, that's tearing out my hair. Hold on. Wait, girl, what are you doing? My Lord. Wait, y'all, hold on. I'm in a real scrape over here. This thing stuck. What did I do? How did I put this not safe to him? Bobby pin in here that time? My Lord. Wait, now. Y'all got me twisted up over here. Woo. Okay, well, at least I got it out. But woo, that hurt. And that hurt real bad. I still don't know what I did. Okay. All right, let's see who down here typing in these comments. Let's see, rolling back. Miss Linda Bias Barnett is in here first, and she says, greeting gatekeepers, peepers, creepers, hedgehoppers, and bushwatchers. Hey, girl. That's my cousin. She says, like what you're seeing and hearing on our channel, why not subscribe and become a member today? She's right about that. It don't cost a thing to make the like button go ding. Come one, come all. Don't care if you're Wanda in the weeds, waiting in the weeds, tuning in from the trees, hiding in the hedges, or grazing in the grass. We just want you. She right in here. She said, get in here. And then Miss Elaine T. See how it's got your whole stuff up there today, Elaine? I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Is it doing y'all like this all over the place? Because it's got everybody. But let me go up and look at my. Hold on one second. Let me look at something. Hold on. Because I had said something on here too. Hold on. No, it just left me alone as Miss B. They putting everybody business in me. Okay, Elaine said, hey, gatekeepers. Hey, Miss Jen, cousin Linda, KB, Below, Tony Lynn, Officer Belinda, and Mr. Raven Maniac. And hello to you too. Mr. Raven Maniac says, hello, fellow gatekeepers, Miss Jen, Ms. B, and my squad. I'm over here in the gallery, patiently and poignantly pondering the events of the day, getting ready for a steaming cup of tasty BTG. It wasn't so tasty, but you know, it was all right. Doris C is in the house. Hey, Doris, how you doing, girl? Let's see who else is in here. Miss Lil is in the house, and she says, good evening, Miss Jen, gatekeepers, and Maz. And hello to you, too. Belinda Hill says, Miss Jen, Tony Lynn, Elaine T, gatekeepers, Maz Squad. Happy Fish Fry Friday. Of course, I hit the like button on the way in. And why? Because she's the officer of the doggone like button. That's why. All right. E-Daddy says, good evening, gatekeepers. And hello to you, too, E-Daddy. He says, today's episode was so boring and disappointing, I expected more from the crossover. When a man leaned on the desk and said a couple lines. That's all he did. Miss J says, hi, you at work, girl? Okay, let's see what else we got. Who else is in here? Hey, Linda, I'm in those bushes. It's work as usual. Okay, yes, she is at work. Elaine says, looking forward to next week. It looks like it will be much better than this one, but I know that. Y'all now, just see how soon y'all forget. Y'all done forgot how good it was this week with Haley and all that stuff she was doing. Y'all know that was this week now. Come on now. Y'all be forgetting. As soon as they give y'all a good show, y'all be something forgot about it. Be talking about this week wasn't nothing. Now, today's episode wasn't really nothing. We had a good week of shows. We did. They just mixed it in with some boring stuff. Happy Fish Fry Friday, gatekeepers. What did y'all bring to eat? Let's see. I'm not sure how November sweeps works, but there are some plot lines that they can sweep right out now. Yeah, they got to bring it, Raven, for November now if they intend to get in the mix. Lightning Storm says, hey, gatekeepers, here with the apple pie as requested. Thank you, child. Thank you, Lightning Storm. You know I wanted some apple pie. Hey, gatekeepers and our lovely host, I'm in the bushes. Hey, Des the Bomb. And Pearlie Cole says, hello, Miss Jen, Mods and Gatekeepers. Hello to you too as well. Let's see who else is in here. Now, if I miss your name, please, charge it to my head, not my heart. But they got y'all names changed up today. So Missy Lane hit us with a $5 super sticker. Thank you so much, Missy Lane, for that. We will dance in a bit. And NYC Lady says, hello, everyone. Hey, NYC. Now, I hope I didn't miss anybody because, like I said, they got y'all names all twisted up down here. So, Elaine, for your super sticker, we going to kick it off with a dance, girl.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me.
All right, y'all. With that, we're going to unlock these gates and get with it. Gatekeepers, it's time for our daily dose of Beyond the Gates Unlocked. All righty. Elaine, let me leave you up the super sticker up there while I can see us. All right, y'all, let's kick it off and see what had happened today. Well, Chelsea and Madison were at the country club, and she was talking about, wait a minute, hold on. And she's telling her something was off with Naomi to her. And so she also started talking about, I'm sorry, hold on. And Madison more or less told her she need to mind her business now. She'll talk when she's ready. And then Madison gets a little text message. She starts stepping. Oh my God, what does she want? I'm like, girl, what's going on? Are they about to try to make you interesting? Because you read it not, girl. You read it not. Now, Donnell, I like to say his name the right way. Donnell, and his mama is about. They over there at the country club too, right? And so Nessa told him that he going back to school, and she mean tonight you got to go because she trying to spend time with her boo thing, and you all up and through and in the way, sir. You and all this curly hair. She need y'all back at the schoolhouse pronto. Danny gets on the phone while she's over at Orpha Jeans, and she calls this man right here over at that agency. I can't think of the name of it right now, but he's from the crossover. And she told him, she said, I'm sorry, but me and my husband ain't gonna be able to do that little campaign. And he didn't even sweat about it. He was like, okay, well, fine. I said to myself, ooh, you ever tell somebody you can't do something, they don't, you be wanting them at least say, oh, I'm so sorry. They, okay, when you hit somebody with that means you didn't really care if they did it or not or something. I ain't like that. Danny, he treated you like whatever, bloop, like you was just a little bloop on the road, bloop. He ain't even care. Ridge Forrester, thank you very much. Ridge Forrester was like, okay, if you can't do it. She was like, yeah, he don't want to do it, so we're not going to do it. Maybe another time. He was like, okay, another time, bye. Click it. Now, when she hung up the phone, she sees Joey over at, sitting over at one of the, I'm looking for the picture when I'm trying to say this. Okay, she looks over and she sees Joey sitting over in one of the booths. So she goes over there and she started talking to him. And she was like, today I'm talking to you and I don't really care who see me today. Okay, we are leaned in, sis. What you got to say? What you want to say, Danny? Now the DNAs are back. And they was doing DNA things, which was nothing. He in there daydreaming about the day that they get married and how he's going to call her out of her room and he's going to say, hey, come here. And then he's just going to jump up out the chair and just stand and she'll say, oh my God, Derek, you can walk. And then he picked her up and scooped up in his arms. I was like, but now in real life, she was over at the hospital. When I said I was like, I'm just saying I was quiet because I was like, whatever. But anyway, meanwhile, over at the hospital, Ashley was over there and had run into Derek, her favorite person in the whole wide world. And so she was talking to him and he was like, he wasn't acting too, excited about seeing her for the first time. He was being very, hey girl, how you doing? And she ain't used to that from Andre. But she was happy to see him though. And she started talking about that baby that was been named. What is that baby name? Ashley Andrea. And she was like, yeah, so what you gonna bring to the party? He said, I'm not going to the party. She was like, what you mean you're not going to the party? He said, I'm not gonna be there. I'm not going. And she was like, whoa. Now Jacob and Naomi was over at Uptown drinking and carrying on. She had one too many. She did. Naomi, you had one too many later on, girl. But she looked cute today, though, didn't she? Though she did. But they was talking about that baby again. And somehow, well, they weren't talking about the baby, but something about some baby got mentioned, and then she got all uptight again. She tenses up. I don't know. They may not make it. Because can't nobody even say nothing about a baby. Can't nobody say, oh my God, ooh, baby. He was, why'd you say baby? Because that's how she acting like right now. Baby, who you calling baby? Why you saying baby? How come you didn't say sweetheart? Girl, you're going to have to calm down. Now, Naomi feels that their vibe is off, but that if they can hit the reset button, things should be okay. I don't know if they can hit the reset button. I really don't. Because you can't reset. I think that he could, but I think that you can't. Because she feels like she really wanted her man that didn't want no kids, and she do not want to be made to feel guilty about somebody that wants some babies, birthing no babies, because she says she don't know nothing about birthing no babies. And she says she want her man that don't want to know nothing about birthing no babies either. That's kind of fair, but I feel bad for them because they are a very good couple together. Now, Andre told Ashley that he can't hang out with her. It brings up feelings, but that she will get what she needs with Derek. And then he tells her that Danny and the things with her are, going pretty good. So far, things are going all right. He said, in fact, I got to get back to wifey now. And Ashley didn't seem to like that so much. That's funny because you engaged, girl. Why are you so bothered about that? We were just wanting to inquire. Minds want to know. You do got Derek and everything. Now, Danny tells Joey that Vanessa is vulnerable. And it's a 4-alarm fire for her best friend's bad judgment right now. And before she gets burned, that she's there to put the fire out. She also wants Vanessa. She also asks what Vanessa is to him. Girl, why are you asking this man that? We could tell you the answer to that. She's another pawn in the game. Well, anyway, she asked him that too. Is she a pawn in the game? Is she just blah, 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 blah? And then he was like, no, it ain't like, we ran. He said, you can calm down. It ain't like we running off getting married in Vegas or nothing. I was like, touche, Mr. Pussycat. Because, girl, he just hit you in the face with your own situation. He was like, it ain't like we running off getting married in Vegas, right? All right, Joey. You may be invited to the picnic with that kind of carrying on, because you do know how to put in a good dig, so. And do. Now, Nessa done made all the arguments to Donnell. She done told him every which reason why he getting back up there to that schoolhouse. Up there to Banneker. But he don't want to go. His mom insists, yeah, but you going. And Donnell said, but I want to stay here with you. She was like, but you're not going to stay here. He said, and so she says, you're not staying, period. Because Donnell, your mama is busy chasing a man right now. And the man done said, you got to go, child. And your desperate mama has to get you up out of here before she mess around and lose the favor of this no good, low down, dirty man that she messing around with. And if you don't go, Joey gonna ruin your future, child, you and your future. So you may as well go on home. It's better for you to leave because your mama ain't got no sense. Your mama ain't got no sense right now. She don't. Chelsea wants to know what got Madison so upset in that text message. And it was her mama. She says she hasn't spoken to her in months now. Her mother is a person who reads cards and crystals and things. Child, I done told y'all start this stuff up on, and I will be skipping over whoever's dealing in the cards and the crystals and reading up stuff and throwing bones and things, baby. I won't be messing with none of that. Now I'm telling y'all now, I won't start reviewing the show, but I won't be watching that part. No, I will not. I don't play at the devil house. He don't play at mine. That's the agreement I got. I don't mess in his world. He don't mess in mine. Okay. And that's point blank and the period. But anyway, She don't like the kind of stuff that her mama's into. She just don't. Now Chelsea wants to know. Oh wait, I just said that part. Let me lean this page back so I can see a little better, y'all. I broke my light. I got to replace it. Now Danny and Joey are going back and forth, back and forth and forth, back and forth, verbally. That is. Danny got a lot of nerve though to stand up to Joey the way that she did. You had to give her that. That's the truth. She does. But he letting her know that she ain't too perfect either. I mean, you done married a younger model just like Bill did. I was like, girl, that's 2 for Joy. This is 2 for Joy so far. Joy said, you ain't no different than Bill. Now, you done married you a younger model just like Bill did. And then he said, I bet you $10,000 that marriage won't last a year. Will she put her money where her mouth is? Girl, did you just write a check? Well, she got the money, so, it don't really matter. But like he told her, that's a lot of nerve to tell somebody they stuff ain't gonna last and then put 10 grand on it. Okay, then. Now, Donnell is fighting. He don't want to go back to school. He don't. She tells him that Dina needs him, though, far more than she does. She couldn't even come to the funeral. She couldn't even come to the funeral. We was all at the funeral. But his own daughter was so broken up, she could not make it to the funeral. And then they're going to say that the therapist said that that's not unnormal. Now, I don't know too many people of color who mama going to let them miss a funeral just because somebody at an office done said that you ain't got to come. Oh, you's coming. And you putting on your best regalia when you get there. And if you want to cry and fall out, that's fine. But you're going to be crying and falling out right at the funeral. But this must be a rich thing, because I don't know nothing about that. Talking about you in school and the therapist done said you ain't got to come. That's what we paying you for as a therapist, to help her when she get back from the funeral. But anyway, she says, you got to go back and check on your sister because your sister needs you. So I need you to get back up there because Joey don't want me. If you here, you got to go home now because I want Joey. I can't have Joey. You hear Joey that told me that you got to leave, son. And she told him, hurry up now so you can go on and leave because I don't want you driving at nighttime. I got a feeling, though, he ain't leaving. She was like, your daddy would be so proud of you. He wouldn't be proud of you, don't Nessa. I know that. I know that. And even though I think Doug ain't gone, I think Doug know everything you doing, girl, and I cannot wait. Now, Derek is trying to get up out that chair with all his might, and he does almost make it. But then Ashley came backing into the house, boom, boom first. And so she didn't see him when he was about to get up out that chair, but he fell down in that chair right in time before she sees him. And then they both start lying to each other, child. How you doing? What's going on with you? Oh, nothing. How was your dad? Did nothing. Because, she just seen Andre, and then he over there trying to get out the chair. So everybody just lying about the events of the day. They are a perfect little couple. Moving on. Turns out Madison's mother loves naturopathic healing. And Madison takes that as a rub against what she does because she's all science. So a lot of times these doctors are not for naturopathic stuff, even though everything that they do in science comes from natural stuff and from, they... You trying to imitate what the grapefruit and magnesium would do, but you put people on these pills that y'all done manufactured up. But even I ain't got nothing against the doctors and what they give. Now, sometimes you got to take the stuff. Lord knows I had to get on the blood pressure stuff. But listen, I'm just saying, don't be, you may as well mix the both like they do over in the Asian countries. They mix Eastern medicine with Western medicine. They do a little bit of both. Would be better if we did. But over here we got to sell pills and whatnot. But anyway, her and her mama. Oh, anyway, her mother's into natural stuff, and she said every time her mother send her something, it's always like, "Why you busy trying to get stuff to your patients that they don't need? You need to be giving them some of this grapefruit root." And she was like, "I don't like that." Now, Danny, hold on, am I in the right spot? Okay, Danny and Joey shake on it. They're gonna bet the 10,000. They're gonna bet the 10,000. 10 big. That's what they're going for. 10 big. And so while they're talking, Vanessa walks up on them. Vanessa's like, what do we have here? Y'all sitting up here talking about me. I don't don't know if I ever really liked this character, Vanessa, but if I didn't like her before, I really don't like you now. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna hold you, girl. I don't think I really like you now. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't think I do, girl. I don't think I do. I don't. Because you're too pathetic for me, girl. You just be doing too much. Mm-mm. You do anything for somebody like you, and I do mean anything. Now, Derek and Ashley. Hold on. Derek and Ashley meet up with Naomi and them down to the uptown to have a couple drinks and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to figure out, right, if Derek, no, if Jacob is just getting up out this seat, who helped Derek get down these stairs? Because it's stairs over there. Do they have an entrance? Because it's stairs all throughout this joint. So why you ain't get up and go help her bring him up in here? Because you know he can walk. You like, I ain't about to be getting up struggling, hurting my back when I know this joker can get up and come down here yourself. That's my thoughts anyway, right? But anyway, they're all there having drinks and lying about how perfectly well everybody is doing. You know how friends do sometimes when they get together. Yeah, child, everything is doing, you know, bop. Now, Jacob's brother was over there at the bar looking over at him. Now, how you going to miss your whole brother sitting over there? I don't know. And you're facing him. Because for a minute, I thought it was about to be a problem, but it wasn't, you know. But he's facing, looking. I'm like, well, I guess eventually you're going to see him. So I just went on by my business because I ain't nosy as y'all. Y'all nosy, not me. I'm concerned. Madison mama be saying that her doctor daughter agrees with her naturopathic ways and then be tagging her and stuff. So then when some of her patients see this, they be like, doctor, I saw what you had said that we need to just have some bear root or some hippopotamus hips and then we'll be feeling better. And she's like, and I'm tired of my mama tagging me in this stuff because my patients is finding out about it. It's making me look crazy. Well, your mama shouldn't be doing that. That she should not be doing. But Chelsea wants to help reconnect her mother. I wonder who's going to play her mama because y'all know her mama on the way. At Uptown, Ashley done pulled Naomi off to the side over to the bar so that they could talk. And what, you still didn't see your brother-in-law over there, girl? But anyway, she done pulled her over to the side so they could talk. She's like, girl, what's going on? Which gave Jacob and Derek a chance to say, so what's going on? So everybody trying to find out everybody's business. And so Ashley is filling in, Naomi is filling in Ashley because you know Ashley know about the baby test. And she's like, yeah, you know, it turned out I wasn't, and you know this and that, I'm hey Sean B. And then this, that, another thing, yippity boppity bippity boo. And then Derek over there, he was like, when you gonna tell her you gonna walk? Like he gonna tell her when he ready, because he told him to mind his business today. Derek was like, you know what? Today you need to mind your business, sir. Because Derek done got tired of Jacob trying to tell him what to do. Huh? Now, Danny, hold on. Okay, hold on. Danny finally went on and left Joey and Nessa to talk. And then she tells him that Donnell is on his way to Banneker as they speak. And I bet you he not. And then she said, no, she said he on his way to Banneker as we speak. And then I said, I bet his little curly top tail ain't went nowhere at old Nessa. And I wonder if she ready for all this smoke with Joey and Joey the Shark like she thinks she is. Girl, you ain't ready to be hanging with Joey the Shark. You ain't ready to be hanging with Joey Thumbs. You ain't ready to be hanging with Joey sleeping with the fishes, girl. You ain't ready. Joey gonna do her in. Girl, you gonna be up in jail looking rough and tough. Just hold on, because it's gonna happen. Okay, so then Danny got home and Andre was there waiting, and she was like, I want to talk to you. And then she's like, I really appreciate you so much, but I did tell the man, Forrester, that we're going to take a pass on us doing this modeling campaign. And he was like, what? You did that? Now, y'all know what I also realized the other day. I was saying that who probably was looking in the window at Andre was his brother, because at that time I was thinking that Jacob brother was his brother. So who watching him in the window? Who y'all think following Andre? Andre, what is Andre did? Andre, what have you done? Who peeking through the windows at you? Because I was thinking it was the boy that was supposed to be somebody's brother, but that ain't none of his brothers. So that wasn't him. We got to figure this out. We got to figure this out. I hope we get some answers next week because now I want to know. Chelsea wants Madison to make up with her mama, and she ain't really feeling it that they ain't getting along. And she's like, my mama's stubborn, I'm stubborn, we both stubborn, so I don't really know if that's going to work out, is what Madison told her. Okay. Hey, Keisha, well, you know, they changing y'all name, so I could know you by another name, but Keish 3375, are you new to commenting? That's what I need to know so we can give you your welcome if you are. Okay, now, so Chelsea's like, my mama's stubborn, I'm stubborn, we both stubborn, so girl, I don't know if this is gonna work out. She said, but I do miss my mom though. So then when she get up and go to the bathroom, Chelsea gonna put up a poll on her page and ask her followers, if you could help somebody to mend things with their mother, would you help or would you stay out of it? I don't think Madison gonna like you putting her business out there, even though you ain't said her name or nothing. But girl, you gonna learn to be quiet. Oh, you knew? Okay, wait, girl, hold on, girl. You know we gotta get you your welcome over here. You know how we do it. We like to do it raw style. All right, y'all, roll out the red carpet.
Hey.
Gatekeepers, a decree from the Queen.
Enough. Be seated.
Y'all welcome your new gatekeeper, Keish 3375. Welcome, and please share. You know, today is our family night, fish fry, so we got plenty of food and stuff. So y'all be sure to make sure she get a plate with everything on it. Don't be hogging up the good stuff. Make sure she gets some of that apple pie if she wants some, okay? And please share the tea. That's all I'm saying. Don't show out in front of new company. Don't y'all do it. Don't y'all do it. Don't you even think about it. Okay, now let me go back up and see what's going on. Hold on. So anyway, so she done put this poll up. If you had a chance to help a loved one reunite with their mom, would you? Check yes or no, what would you do? And 55% done told her to mind her business. I think that's what the other side over there saying. No, leave it alone, girl. And she ain't gonna do it because you know how it is once you want to help somebody, child. You be all in trying to help them, knowing you need to mind your business because it usually blow up in your face. But we be trying to help anyway, child. Poor Chelsea. But I'm sure Madison will forgive her because she knows she means well. Now, Andre want to know exactly. Hold on, let me find the right picture. Andre wants to know exactly how he got Danny to turn down this opportunity that she had, huh? And she says, I want us to make it to our first year. You know, she got $10,000 riding on it anyway. Oh, Keish says she made the fish tonight. Keish, thank you, girl. Did you fry this fish hard? Keish, is you making light-skinned fish? Or is this perfectly brown fish, girl? Let us know now. Let us know. Listen. And what kind of fish did you bring in here? That's what the other thing. What kind of fish is back here in the kitchen? Let us know. Okay, listen. So then she was like, I want us to make it our first year, Andre. I just really want us to make it. Girl, go on and tell this man you got 10K riding on it. It ain't gonna hurt you no way because y'all rich. Y'all rich. And anyway, they've been married 2 weeks. So they did 2 weeks. They got 50 more weeks to go. That's all. Just 50 more weeks. They did 2 already. They just need to do 50 more. 50 more. Okay. Now, at Orpha Jeans, excuse me. At Orpha Jeans, Joy wants to, wait a minute, at Orpha Jeans, why is this picture up? Hold on, because this is the picture out of order. So I just use this one. Over at Orpha Jeans, Joy wants Vanessa to be sure that they will stay. Wait a minute, he wants Vanessa to be sure about what's going on with them. Let me make sure I ain't missing no page here. Hold on a second. No, I have it. Okay, let me just make me check one more time. Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure I ain't missing no page. Okay, yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, so Joey, nope, I did miss something. I knew it was the reason why this popped up. Okay, now, at the bar, the 2 boring couples are talking and the liquor is doing more talking, right? Oh, girl, you made catfish? Hold on. Hey, look, y'all put me 2 pieces of that catfish on the side with that apple pie y'all got for me over there. If somebody made some potato salad that look like it's hitting on something or some coleslaw, put that over there too. And a spoon of spaghetti. And a piece of light bread. Thank you. Okay, thank you. I didn't put my order in because y'all know y'all eat up everything. Y'all eat up everything. Okay. But listen. So then they over there talking and the liquor is talking a little loud over here at the bar while they all talking and everything. So then Ashley wants her to get she's like, I better get to the washroom. I better get to the washroom. Because you know, she was over there, she was talking out of turn. Naomi had started talking out of turn. She did. And Ashley was like, girl, I think you better go to the washroom and wash your face. girl. That's a friend. A friend will pull your coattail and be like, girl, what are you saying to your man in front of everybody? Girl, you better calm down. Okay. So then she falls into the arms of this big old tall dude on her way over there. You said a piece of light bread. Yes, Jill, cat lady, you know light bread go with the fish. When you put a little bit of that hot sauce on some of that Louisiana hot sauce on it, then you take that bread and sop it on there just a little bit and grab you a piece of fish with it because you got to mash it with your fingers to make sure ain't no bones in that piece. Girl, y'all know how it goes. Stop playing. Okay, listen. And if anybody made some baked beans or anything back there, put some of that on my plate too, please. If they look decent. Thank you. Okay, now I think I saw Belinda bring some homemade ice cream. Wait, hold on. Get me 3 spoons of that ice cream and put it in the freezer and put my name on it because you know how these folks are going in the freezer acting like they don't know stuff ain't theirs. Put my name on it. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Now listen. So she falls into the arms of this man. At first, I thought she didn't know who he was because I mean he been sitting at the bar the whole time. So how come ain't nobody recognize this man? It's been because you know this ain't my looking kind of guy, but he's a nice looking man. Brother-in-law's a nice looking man. You know, I told y'all he got that sitting like a wishing well underneath the sycamore tree. He got that look, you know. A little bit, just a little bit, not a lot now, just a little bit of Maxwell back in the day, not a lot now, but he got a little bit of that going on. Little Chris Brown mixed in there. You know, he's a nice looking man. And then he got that voice like Carl to do that. Rah, rah, rah. The men with them deep voices, y'all, but always be careful. Always be careful. But anyway, she done fell up in his arms and he's like, oh, whoa, hold on. And I was like, wait a minute. Why you grabbing her like that for? You know. But anyhow, Chelsea about to do something that she ain't supposed to do. Meanwhile. And she's like, you know, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Well, go on and do it, girl, because we waiting to see how it turn out for you, because I be knowing you need to mind your business sometime. You know, the poll on the poll, they told you when you took that poll on your page not to do it, but she's going to do it anyway. So go ahead on, girl, do it. We'll see how it turn out. We'll be here for you. If it don't go right, we will be here for you. We will be here for you. Now, Andre want to know exact women. I just said that. An Orphagenes, Joey wants Vanessa to be sure that they will. Okay, so at Orphagenes, what's his name? Joey was telling Vanessa, he's like, "Are you sure, Vanessa?" He know he done asked her 9 ways to next week. Is she sure about all the stuff she doing and every step of the way? I know what I'm doing, Joey. I know what I want to do, Joey. You can't stop me from doing what I want to do, Joey. I won't let her go ahead on then. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, get down, because we done got tired of trying to warn you. We done told you to run, Forrest, run. And you still standing here. So go on, keep on standing here, girl. Go on, keep on standing here, girl. But then she did tell him that they was going to have to start off in the guest room. And I know y'all better not be on no couch, neither. They did give them a set when they went on vacation, so I guess that's about to be the guest room too. But they're gonna fix it up with a different bed. Although I feel like Naomi and them should have got that room because it was bigger than their room. So you know, you did guest room, you should have got the room Naomi and them got. That's how I feel. But that little bitty room they living in ain't big enough to whoop a cat in. Excuse my expression, cat lady Jill, but I'm just saying that's an old time expression. The room ain't big enough to whoop a cat in. I don't want your cats getting upset. I didn't be looking around like what she said about whooping on a cat. I don't mean it that way, girl. It's just an old Southern saying. Okay, so everybody calm down. Okay. But at either rate, she said, we're going to have to start off in the guest room out of respect for Doug. Girl, now you want to have some respect for Doug. Now you want to have some respect for Doug, right? Girl, how do that work exactly? Now you want to have some respect. Now you want to put some respect on his name. Girl, go on somewhere and sit down. Because we're tired of you, okay? Naomi does recognize that this is indeed her brother-in-law. And then Jacob walked up and they seemed glad to see each other. So I don't know. I guess everybody good with everybody. I wonder what he's going to look like when he let that hair down. Yeah, this boy right here ain't nothing but trouble. Right here in River City. Maybe he going to be trouble. Well, the previews for next week, darling. Oh my God. It seems that Haley, and wait, that ain't the picture I want. Hold on, play. It seems that Haley and hold on, let me hide this. Okay. So it seems that next week when we come back, that Haley and Leslie are talking about teaming up. Although it's Leslie who again is asking her about teaming up. But it seems to me that the way that Evelina, Elvira, Haley Hamilton is looking at her, that she feels that Leslie is beneath her. And baby, I don't know. I think Haley may be more evil than you with the way she was looking at you, until she can figure out a way to use and utilize you. She may entertain this, she may not. She just got to think about how she can put some stuff on you. Maybe that's the plan, that she will put it on you, that you did something to Bill, that you put something in Bill's drink a lank, dank, and a dank, dank. We'll see. We'll see. Now, Kat cannot hush about Tomas. To the tune that little old Samantha done overheard her talking about how Tomas just can't get enough cake from me. And then the next thing you know, she done had that little light-skinned Ursha boy over there to the house, down in his t-shirt, and she's in hers, with a pair of pearls on her neck, with pearls and barrettes in her hair. Pearls and barrettes do not go together with what it is you over here doing, young lady, with them little hoopy rings in your ear. And her dad and them, the Smitty Martins, walked in on her baby. He was like, Samantha, Banantha, Lalantha, Panther, Rantha, Lantha, Lantha. He called her all her names. Baby, he called her by her first name, her middle name, her nickname. Little boom boom girl, I know you ain't got this little light-skinned Ursha Raymond boy up in here. I know you don't. Baby, you about to be in trouble. You about to be in trouble. In here with these barrettes and things in your head and these pearls on, that little T-strap shirt on with your belly showing, girl. Woo, child, my mama would have whooped that little boy straight up out of there. Yeah, a little bit of stuff. I told y'all this boy was trouble. But I watch and see. Watch and see on Smitty try to blame this on June and think June the reason why she doing what she doing, when June the one been telling her to sit down somewhere. Why Smitty gonna jump the gun? Smitty, I'm telling you already, you on my nerve, and I don't even know if you did it yet, but already you on my nerve if you did. Now, how old a boy do you think he is? Both of them are grown. Both of them are grown in real life. Both of them are real grown. Now, what else happens? Let me look on this paper. Okay, so Danny wants Nicole. Danny, you should do what you need to do, honey. Ted has laid open the way for you to just go and do whatever it is that you want to do. And I would do it if I was you, girl. I would just do it. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied, whatever it is. Do it. Do it till you're satisfied. That's what her sister telling her. Now, she decides to do it. She do, child. And when she decided that that's what she gonna do, then you see a scene with her and Ted and Carlton over at the hospital, and Nurse Shanice is over here just eating it up, girl. You know Shanice ain't about to miss a thing. Carlton, ain't nobody asked you to come out here with all these arms and things hanging out, sir. Ain't nobody asked you to come here with all these arms and things hanging out. You know, you could put them arms and things up, sir. But anyway, they was over there talking, and then Ted had got right up in. Now I want you to look at the picture carefully. When first of all, let me say this before I say anything. Carlton got a real nice Adam's apple, don't he though? You know them apples. Do y'all see Carlton's Adam apple just sticking out there like that? Do y'all see that? Y'all see that? I don't know. Do y'all see it? I said, do y'all see that apple out there? Do y'all see that? But anyway, Ted was so mad, baby. They was standing forehead to Adam's apple. They was neck to forehead, you know, because he ain't as tall as Carlton. So they standing forehead to neck, baby. And he was like, you always did want my woman. And he was like, oh yeah, what you gonna do about it? You know, all I can say is that I'm glad that they in the hospital, so that if anybody should get a boo-boo or a little scrape, they can go right over there to the counter and get it taken care of, get it addressed. Just get it addressed. But wouldn't y'all have liked to seen old Ted standing up here with Carlton? Now, see, we'd have had some formidable stuff going on at that time. But unless you know some jiu-jitsu or some susap-sop, I don't know what you're going to do with Carlton with your, you know, because you're a little smaller than him now. I'm just saying. Wait, I don't have my moderator hammer, but here you go, Miss G. Who need a stool? What y'all talking about? I don't even know what happened. Okay, listen. So anyway, so he gonna stand up there with his chin right up to Carlton right here. Carlton at the neckline. He right there at the neckline, hollering at his neck. Baby Ted was talking straight into Carlton's neck. He was like, I know you always did want my woman. So, baby, I don't know. Next week gonna have us in a chokehold because it look like it's gonna be good. Elaine, what you talking about? Little Ted is not scaring anybody. If he was to stand up on the chair and say what he's saying, y'all would be scared. Y'all know y'all would be scared. If he stood up on a chair or a little stool, please, he would be eyeball to eyeball with him. Carlton fine though. I'm not just saying, you know, Carlton look good. I'm gonna get him off my screen. I'm gonna get him off my screen right now. As soon as I can find the picture. I'm looking for the picture now. Hold on, because I want him off my screen. I'm looking for the picture. Just hold on. I'm gonna take it down. I'm gonna take this picture down as soon as I find this picture. What I gotta click on? Let me see. This the one. Oh Lord, he's still on the screen. Hold on. As soon as let me find it. Let me get this man off this screen right now. Hold on. As soon as I find it, I'm gonna get him off here. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna take him. You're gonna get off my screen, Carlton. Okay, hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna get him off the screen. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Whew, finally, because I didn't want him on the screen no longer than that. Lord knows I did not. All right, y'all. I ain't about to waste no time. It is 9:05, or 1 hour after we had got started. And you know what that means, baby. It is time for us to open up the lines. Let me copy the thing and put it over here so y'all can get ready to come up here and talk, because a whole bunch of good stuff had went on this week. It did. Hold on. Let me see. Let me paste that and put it here. Huh? You made some ziti. I did. Wait a minute. Somebody else sent a super sticker. Hold on. Lulu. Thank you, Miss Lulu. Miss Lulu, thank you for that super sticker. Miss Lulu also gave away some memberships this week also. I thank you so much for that as well. And since she gave us that super sticker, let me remind you guys about the membership. If you have not gotten yourself a membership, please consider doing so. It helps the channel for one thing, and then also you become a part of some things everybody else can't get in. It's going to be some days y'all going to get in here and only the members going to be able to comment on some stuff I'm trying to do. That is. All right, y'all. So get yourself a membership, and thank you, Lulu.
What's the password?
Gatekeepers.
I tried it.
Welcome to Membership Island.
And whatever happens in the membership stays in the membership. So, shh, tell them, Richard.
Let me in here.
Thank you again, Lulu, for the super sticker. And for anybody else that would like to send a super sticker, let them use you. If you got a feeling to do so, don't be fighting the feeling. Let them use you. Let them use you. Okay? Or if you'd rather send it to Cash App, you see it scrolling down at the bottom, darling. Please feel free to do so. Okay, with that, I'm going to open up the lines. I've already dropped the link. And we are officially into our Friday night fish fry. Y'all see, I already done changed my clothes. I'm already in the kitchen seeing over the fish that Keisha had bought in here. Keisha had bought in here for y'all. I'm in here getting the place together. Okay, so come on through, come on through, come on through. The lines are now open and you know you want to gossip, so
share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Share what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. What's on your mind? Say what you thinking, what you thinking. Hey, what's on your mind? Hey,
come on up here. You know you want to gossip.
That's why you my best friend.
That is why y'all my best friend. It is. I forgot to upload something. Let me see if I can find that to upload for you now, darling. Let's see if I can do this without much problems. Y'all know stuff be liking to give me a problem. All right, let's see now. Let me see. Ooh, what's on your mind? Ooh, what's on your mind? Hey, Var. Let me see who else is coming in here. I can go back to my comments while this is uploading. Okay, it uploaded now. Let me see if I can put it over here. Where's the thing at? Okay. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. Okay, now let me stop talking because now it's about to start reverbing on me. Okay, so I want to. Okay, let me get rid of some of these pictures. Hold on. Get rid of that. Delete. Now let me see if it'll let me upload this other thing. Okay, you guys, the link is down there for those of you who want to come up. I'm just trying to upload something while I'm waiting for you guys to come up. All right, let me add a file. This is a file. Done. It's not unusual to have fun with anyone. I got all of my stuff picked out. A lot of stuff happened this week. Let's not forget the divorce happened this week between Nicole and Ted. Nicole and Ted almost tiptoed through the tulips. They almost did, child. Y'all seen Peaches this week? Haley came all the way out her bag, baby. And she don't like no Caroline like y'all thought she did. She don't even like Caroline. She don't like nobody. She like Mikey. She hate everything. Are Naomi and Jacob cooked? Is that what's going on? Is Peaches really sick? Is Caroline into Bill? Oh, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. We do. Jacob brother, what's y'all predictions about who is this chasing down Andre? I see you, Miss Lil. Hold on.
You want I can't argue with you. No.
All right, I got that for y'all for the night. I got that for y'all for the night. I got that for y'all for the night. Look, I got this for y'all for the night, right?
You want I can't argue with you. No. You mad. Look at you. You mad. You big mad. I'm happy. Leave me alone. I just want some fun.
He said he just wants some money. A lot of money. He don't want to argue with nobody. Not with no one. Do you understand? Not with a soul, honey. No. He ain't into that. He ain't into that. Okay, let's see. Oh, Miss Lil. Okay, hold on, Miss Lil. I got you. Just hold on just a second. Because I know E-Daddy be coming up soon, so I'm going to let him put his up here too. Then I bring both of y'all on through. Both of y'all on through. Let me see. How do I want this to? Nope, I don't want that. Hold on. Okay, I don't want that. Yeah, I guess I'll go with that one. Okay. All right, y'all. So I'll go and bring Miss Lil up. Hey, Miss Lil, how you doing tonight?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hold on, let me change my. I forget to do this every Friday. I have to change my mic to my computer. All right, so a lot has gone. How did your week go?
Oh, pretty good. I know this week was not as good as it could have been, but at least with I guess we learned a lot about Sister Haley.
I thought this week was, what happened is that they had to sprinkle in other things, but like I said, a lot of things happened this week. Nicole got divorced.
Yeah, Lord, yes.
They almost had a moment,
Yes.
Cat done been broken all.
Oh, please. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Cat broke.
Oh, Lord.
Cat broke the KitchenAid mixer. She did.
Oh, God.
Cat broke that mixer. She did.
Lord, Jesus, this is sick.
Cat broke the mixer up in there.
Lord have mercy, Jesus.
Jacob brother done showed up. Somebody peeking through the windows at Andre. It's been a lot going on. And then Haley's just diabolical.
Oh, yeah. That was... I forgot about all this stuff, but that is just... Andre is just... I was really sad, though, that he didn't allow... Danny has been trying to model for the Forsters since when she was a big hit way back in the day, and now they just asking her, but he won't do it. So
welcome to the stage, you daddy. So this storyline goes back to the other show then.
Yeah, it goes back. You remember Pam said Danny, Danny used to be on the runway and she was in magazines on the cover and everything, but Rich would never allow her to model for him. And now he wants to photograph her as being, I guess, an example of a wedding of two people in the same industry. But Andre said no. So Danny said, well, she's not going to try to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. He became very adamant when she mentioned about modeling, so he didn't want to do it. And this is what Pam was saying: as many years as you have tried to get on Rich's show, and he wouldn't respond, and now all of a sudden he's asking you, and Danny said no.
Now, on the background of what show she came from, why wasn't she able to model for this agency?
Well, see, it's not an agency, it's a Forster house, and they do the coutures, the most expensive dresses for the so-called elite people of the world. One of their gowns might be in the thousands. It's not like you're buying from Shein to Mew. I mean,
and also the show takes place in Beverly Hills, so They are a high-end
Oh,
fashion industry.
So
okay.
when Danny was so well known, remember, this is what Pam was talking about. You know, Danny was known, I guess, nationally and maybe sometimes internationally, but still Rich wouldn't accept her as a model. Now all of a sudden he wants her and Andre to model for him.
So it wasn't because she was of color then, because I'm sure they had other people modeling.
Oh,
So
I
what, he
don't think
just didn't like her, or why he didn't want her?
she didn't. Pam didn't say. Pam said, as long as as long as Danny has been trying to get on that show, he never accepted her, and now all of a sudden he's asking her, and she's saying no. So I don't believe it's because that she was a person of color. I don't know what his reason was, because actually to have a high fashion model that's known nationally and internationally to model your gowns, that's a compliment.
So this would be like them blocking like a Naomi Campbell. I'm talking about these Foresters.
Oh yeah, the Foresters something else. Basically the Foresters are the Duprees of that show.
So I'm saying the Foresters not letting Danny model would be like somebody not wanting Naomi Campbell to model for them.
That's correct.
Okay, so but she don't have no romantic background with the Foresters or nothing.
No, they don't.
Okay, because that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. All right, now do y'all think
But it
Naomi
was
and
a
Jacob
missed
is?
opportunity because the actress who plays Danny was a character on The Bold and the Beautiful, so it would have been a chance to. It would have been amazing if they had linked up with each other. But like I said, it was a missed opportunity. That's
So
too
does
bad.
Caroline come from that show as well? Does Caroline come from the Bold and Beautiful as well?
Mom, you're on mute.
Caroline, Pam. I'm thinking about Pam. Pam
No,
comes.
yeah, I'm sorry, I said the wrong name. Yeah, does
Yeah,
Pam come from that show as well?
Pam comes from the
All
young
my children.
all my children. But see, what's her name? Danny. Danny was married to Rich's brother. Yeah, he was married. She was married on the Bold and the Beautiful, but they're pretending that never happened. So if we just look at it from strictly from the gates, what Pam was saying is that all of those years when Danny had applied, Rich has never said yes. Now all of a sudden, not only does he want her to model, he want Andre and Danny to be an example of what it is to be a husband and a wife in the same industry. And that is a great, great honor. And Pam just could not see Danny passing that up.
Yeah, and I think that Andre gonna have to eventually change his mind, or we're gonna find out why he hadn't. Because now something's up with Andre.
Yeah, because why wouldn't you? Okay, people saw your picture anyway when you were in Nevada, you got married. Las Vegas, you got married. So all of a sudden now you don't want your picture in magazines. I don't. And then you are a renowned photographer. You photograph women in Paris and all over the world.
Well, that was different because he didn't know he had his picture taken. The Anita person there just snuck in that picture.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did just sneak that picture in on him.
Okay.
That's right. I forgot about that. So, do y'all think that Naomi and Jacob are cooked, or do you think they can work things out? Because that's a big thing to happen.
You know what? Naomi and Jacob, I really believe at some point they're going to have to say goodbye. Now, I truly disagree with some of the people who believe that Jacob might have known all along that he wanted to have children. Some of the people who are doing recaps, and then he just thought he could change their mind. I don't think it was like that. I think he really believed, being two career people and being high-powered couple, they would be a power couple. I think he really believed that. But what happened when he saw the opportunity he thought to become a father, his childhood he went back to his childhood, remembering when they had movies and they had popcorn, they had family night. All of that stuff started coming back to him, and he started thinking, I do want to be a father. I do want to leave a legacy. See, Naomi is not concerned about a legacy. She doesn't care the fact that her mother will probably never be a grandmother, because with this other girl being fluid, unless she buys sperm, that's no chance that she's going to have children. And Naomi, by choice, has decided not to have children, but that was her right. But now she's acting like she's all guilty because she realizes is that to keep Jacob and to deny him the right to be fulfilled is selfish on her part. So I think eventually they will break up.
Yeah, I think it's one thing to get together and you say, I don't want no children, you don't want no children, and there's never no children, right?
That's
But
right.
then when you have a baby, then the question comes in, can I get rid of a baby?
Oh
Can
God.
I, see, this a whole dog in another
Oh
color. Now,
Lord,
can I get rid
yes.
of a baby? And wait,
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
know my fatherly feelings was gonna kick in like this. And I didn't know
Mhm.
that I wanted to see you as a mother. And I didn't know I was gonna start
Yeah.
seeing you as somebody who would make a great mother. So I don't know. I hope that they don't end up breaking up, but I
And,
think that's what's gonna happen.
and he's mourning, and what
Yeah.
Naomi does not understand, and I'm not liking Naomi at this point. She and Naomi used to be my favorite women on that show.
Mhm.
I love
I
Danny.
was
I
telling Mom,
love
it's so
Danny.
ironic. I'm enjoying Haley more than Naomi.
I love Danny.
What?
He's the accent she's doing, I guess. I love Danny for what she looked like and the way she behaved and that wild spirit, but I didn't take her the way I took Naomi and Nicole. They were stable, they were logical, they had critical minds, and on top of that, Dr. Nicole was compassionate and kind and always willing to see things from the other person's side of view. I haven't thrown Dr. Nicole away. I have not thrown her away. I think she's going to come back into, she's just hurting right now. But see, what Naomi realizes is that Jacob is mourning and she's rejoicing. And I think she's feeling a little bit guilty about rejoicing over his loss. Because why? I've never known her to sit and get herself drunk like that, like she did tonight. So something is going on with her, and she really, really realizes that at some point she may decide to give him an option that he can go. He probably will say he doesn't want to go, but he really does want children, because the way he talked about family night, popcorn, and all of that, yes, he would love to have a child.
Yeah. And I think he just didn't have a chance to, well, not chance, he just didn't know it. Sometimes you don't know what you know till it comes up.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like for instance, Linda, I had told you that I did not want to try that nasty looking Dubai chocolate. I just told you this just yesterday. I said, because I don't like the way it looked. The little green stuff in the middle. It looked crazy, right? So I was standing up at the checkup line tonight, and I was so they said Dubai chocolate. I was like, Then it said $25. I was like, oh baby, no way. But then they had a little sample size down there for $1.99, right? So then I had went on and got a piece of it and bought it. And what I'm gonna tell you is I ain't know I was gonna like that Dubai chocolate like that. I had got that Dubai chocolate, but I ain't gonna be messing with that no more like that. So I feel you, Jacob. But see, to me, it all matches up. You understand what I'm saying? I thought I ain't want none until I had some.
Till you had, and then when he thought he had the opportunity to be a father, he was so happy. And I think he really would be a good father, because I believe from the way he's behaving now, he would be an engaged father, not just one who would make money and put the child in the best school, but he wants to interact with the child. He wants family night. He wants time at the park. He want to go and see the child at his games and all of that. But see what Naomi, and it's okay for her to have her own feelings. And I realize I have to be very careful on this subject, because I found out from watching what people having to say, probably a high percentage of the people are feminists, or they on this liberal, they're liberal people. But Naomi had a right to her desires. I'm not trying to take that away from her. But what I am saying is that it's more to life than just having a career. You can kill yourself for your clients, but once you retire or you're terminated, those clients go right on with someone else. They will do just as well with someone else, whether you are a social worker, a nurse, or lawyer. You can fool yourself that your clients cannot live without you, but take it from me, they can and they will survive. They'll grieve you when you're gone. They may never forget you, but they will go on. So what kind of a legacy are you going to live for being a high-powered lawyer, winning all these cases and winning cases for women because you're liberated? What good will it do you when you're 70 years old?
Yeah, I agree with that. Linda talking about wait till you try the strawberry. Girl, I ain't messing with that stuff no more. Because it was really good. Have you tried it, Miss Lyra?
I've never had it. No, at $25 a box, I'm pretty sure I probably won't.
No, it had a sample one for $1.99.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying don't mess with it. It's the devil.
No. That's right, because we don't need nothing else to be hooked on. And
but no, I don't. And if a man want to woo me with some, he can woo me. He can woo me with them Dubai chocolates. Now, if anybody want to cash up me $25 and get some more of that Dubai chocolate, I ain't about to be mad at you.
I always get so fun. It's so funny to hear you talk about these men, and I mean, it's amazing because you've got just in your mind exactly what you want in a man. He's got to be capable to be a handyman. He needs to be that. You don't want him to be too pretty. You don't want his hands to be too smooth. I mean, you got all of this figured out.
I don't. It's not like I walk around with a list, but because actually, I'm really not that. Let me tell you something. This is the truth, Ms. Little, right? Okay. He must have, in this day's economy, he need to have about $500 clear in the bank, not earmarked for no bill.
Okay, that's
okay. So you need to have at least $500 in the bank clear.
Right.
Meaning we could go get something to eat. We could put a little something on the bill. We could put some gas in the car. Okay, have 500 clear.
now that is reasonable, and I don't think that you're being unreasonable. You have a list that you're reading from, but you know exactly. You don't want a man that's too pretty. You don't want a man with his hands too smooth. You don't want a man that's afraid to get on his knees and look under the sink and do and replace a pipe. So you know exactly, and that's really, really good. You know, you want him to be to look nice enough when you go out. The two of you dress up and you look good together, but you don't want a pretty boy that everybody's snatching at.
No, I mean it's just not necessary for me. I just have to find. I probably like some people in my time. People probably did not think were handsome, but they were to me. Because for me, I might look and say, I like the way his nose is shaped. Or I like the way he talk. I like the way he communicates. When he talk with his hands like that, you know what I'm saying? I like that. But if you got to call somebody to change a tire, you ain't for me.
And you remember you said when Bill got big old Bill lying up on that couch.
Yeah, big old Bill sitting up there. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And when he had the crown on, you said it looked like a Burger King kids party.
It did. Look, Lightning Storm said just $500. It's really a joke, Lightning Storm. What I'm saying is that you just need to be in a position where we could go do some stuff when we want to, So I'm saying after you done paid all your bills, whatever, have some more. But I'm not a person trying to trace somebody's 50 mil or, something like that. If he got it now, I ain't about to be mad. I ain't about to tell you I don't want
Absolutely.
You. Okay,
that's what I find so amazing about these women. Now you want a 666 man. He's got to be 6-pack. He's got to have a job that's 6 figures, and then you want a man that what you call a high-powered man with the ribs, and when you pull off his shirt, like you were talking about, Ted's muscles. You can see all of his muscles are defined and perfectly shaped from the waist down. Nothing. You're asking for all of that, but you're gonna need to bring a lot to the table too. You can't come to the table sloppy. If a man pays that much attention to himself, you better believe he's not gonna want a sloppy woman.
If he got what?
If he pays that much attention to himself, where he's got all of this, what these women are wanting. You want a 6-figure man, then you want a 6-pack man, and you want a man that is, how he's so defined. His front is just like a washboard. I mean,
I don't care about no 6-pack. He can have a 4-pack. We good. a 4-pack, 3-pack. I'm good. We're good.
And then and then also they want to be 6 feet. Now you would want you would like that because you're
I
tall.
would like that because I
Yeah,
am
you're
tall.
tall. Yeah, you
Yeah,
would like that.
I'm
They want
tall.
6 feet.
Yeah. Although I did try to be open one time to short. I did. I tried it one time. I couldn't do it no more.
Because you're taller than a man, you could never wear. Well, if you wore, you'd have to wear flats all of the time.
I'm tall and I got a lot of stuff, Miss Lil. You know,
I
well,
oh God,
I can't. You know, that ain't no.
but you
That
know,
don't go together.
Ted looks like, but actually, Ted looks just like a child to me. I
Yeah,
mean,
he got a baby face. I don't like baby face men either. No, I like for him to look like, you know, he grown, good and grown, you know.
That's right.
But
But
yeah,
with Bill though, I got so tickled. You said they have got Bill lying up on that little couch.
it was a big couch, but it just didn't look right. He too big for that. You did get to see his thigh. You get to see his thigh. Though. I was like, that gonna Bill thigh.
And then when you saw him with the crown on, you said it's like a Burger King birthday.
You did. That looked terrible on him.
Oh God!
How can she do? You know, you could tell she don't like him after she did that to him.
I guess I was surprised more than disappointed maybe in Haley because when she came out, that snake that came out of her, she was always, oh no, let it go. Oh, you know, when Danny pulled the pow pow, I almost made a mistake. She said to don't press charges and all of that. And you know, she's made a turnaround, hasn't she?
Yeah, Linda said Bill was laying on that couch.
That's who she was all along, though.
Wait, Linda said Bill was laying on that couch wrapped up in those sheets looking like a burrito.
but yes, that's who she was. He did it. But what I'm saying, we would have never known that because most people, if the ex-wife had to pull a pow, they would have said, yeah, let her be prosecuted. But remember, she didn't want any charges against Danny. She just going on like she just wanted to be accepted. So she even went to Naomi and tried to renew her friendship with Naomi. So I don't know. I really don't know what but this Haley, they really did a switcheroo on us. I mean, I never thought she was that nice, but oh, gee.
I think this is one of those things where Fido told us that there are things that will happen in the future that only that actor or actress will know is coming down the turnpike.
Okay.
And I believe this is one of those things that only Haley knew was going to happen.
It might have been because
I think it was. I think this was one of those things. Hey, Var, welcome to the stage.
Hello, everyone. I'm back.
Hey,
Hi,
hey,
Var. How are
Hello.
you?
Okay, so listen. What y'all think about the divorce? It finally happened. It's over.
I know, it was sad.
Yeah, and Nicole, actually, her mother hit the nail on the head. She really is not as happy as she's pretending. But I'm not going to dog her. One thing I can say, when a woman has been hurt and she's felt that almost she's been dismissed and treated as if she didn't exist, it's hard for her unless she's very, very, very strong with a super strong ego to let anybody see that she's hurting. She admitted she will always love Ted, but sometimes pride can keep you from having what would be best for you. Now, since this man did this with one woman, as far as we know, and he wasn't just sleeping about the way we believe that Bill was doing, according to Danny, I do believe if he had to put forth a lot of effort, and Leslie, he made Leslie put a restraining order on Leslie, maybe, that they could have talked about it because she agreed to meet him for coffee the day that Leslie strangled her. Remember, she agreed to meet him for coffee. He was standing in the door when she grabbed Leslie around the neck, and that's when he ran in to stop her. So I truly believe that Ted needed to have been a little bit more forceful and showing much, much more attention. Now, some people are believing that he was giving too much attention to Eva. I don't begrudge him his getting to know his daughter, but the marriage comes first. He could have done both of them because Eva really likes doctor. She thinks she's a wonderful woman. So Eva didn't mind that he went back to her. And even if she did, that's his marriage. And I just really wish he would have fought harder because Nicole's heart still belongs to Ted. And even she admitted that it did. But she
And I
got
have
to
to
look.
totally agree on that. The reason why Ted and Nicole broke up is because Ted didn't work hard enough when they got separated. He let it fail.
But one of the things that was a problem for Nicole is that he would not fix it. So Leslie, now Leslie is free to walk about the town. We cannot put her out of the town, but he could have had it so she was not allowed up in the hotel. He could have left her name at the desk and told him not to let her in. And if it got too bad, he could have put out a restraining order. Because when Kat went there and saw Leslie, she's had some kind of attack or something, and he's feeding her ice. That doesn't look good for a man who's trying to get his wife back.
You know, when my ex-husband and I first parted up, right, I left, and there was an older man said to him, he said, "Man, where your wife at?" I had moved to another side of town. And he said, "You better get to the other side of town where your wife at, because she's not," he said, "you don't have an unwantable woman. You better get up there and go see about what's yours." And he said, "Because if my woman, every time she open up her front door, I'd be there to walk her to the bus stop or to the car or wherever she going, tell her, baby, wherever you going, that's where I'm about to go." So he did move up to where I was, right? We ended up getting back together for a little while. But the point is, he did try. He did try to make it known that wasn't what he wanted, was to be parted up, But if he had done me like Ted had did and just was like, whatever, then it'd have been whatever.
And that's true. And Ted really, really did not. I hate to say this, but I truly believe that Ted did not put the work in. And I really wanted them to go back together. Not only that, because when we first started the program, they were what I would have considered true exceptional black love, black excellence. They were just, he couldn't get enough of her. He could do, she was just like a princess. But what we didn't really know, what he did some years ago, it was going to come back to bite him. And he would have been better off maybe when Leslie first came to town and blackmailed him the first time. He gave her the $50,000 if he had confessed then. Because when you allow yourself to be blackmailed, you're giving that person a license to have power over you. So she can blackmail you one time. You see, she went back for a second load. She got another 50,000. You can't keep paying her off. She's not going to go away. But once you go come clean, the blackmailer has nothing else to hold over your head.
And I think that Leslie is so for sure that she's gonna marry Ted, that she's gonna marry Ted.
Well, in her mind, okay, let's face it. Leslie is beautiful in the face. She's got a very shapely body, but Leslie does not have the makings of being a wife to a doctor or a professional person. Even her mother Peaches told her when she became very angry because Nicole didn't fall apart and didn't shout at her in the club when she was rubbing everything in Nicole's face. Nicole said, "Well, good luck to you." And that just set Leslie off. Leslie was so mad. She was trying to hold the people in the kitchen accountable for sending out poor salads and all of that. And her mother Peaches told her, "Nothing is wrong with this salad." She said, "You are angry because you could not set that lady off." And something that Peaches told her is 100% true. You cannot buy class.
No, you can't buy class. But I still think she's gonna be able to slow walk Ted right into what she wants.
Well, honey,
one way or the other. Because I tell you what, she done got more from him than Nicole has since he done left Nicole. He done gave her money. He done gave her himself. She done been in that room 17,000 times. If somebody who was the cause of me losing my man, you couldn't be in my room. You couldn't be in my company. You couldn't be around me. So it's something about Leslie he still likes though.
And did you notice that she went there and pretended like a man is walking, a woman is walking with nothing up under the coat but a leather coat, but she had her waitress uniform on and dropped the coat on the floor. That is so cheap. That is so cheap. Just like Peaches say, you're not showing any class. She dropped it on the floor like she had a nude body up under there. And I guess she wanted to remind, oh yes, she wanted to remind him of when she used to serve pie in the restaurant.
Now, I'll wait and say that later. Okay, Elaine says, since April 29th, we have not seen that devoted Ted that we saw from February to May. Yeah, that Ted disappeared. That Ted disappeared. We have seen Ted ignore Nicole and wait for her longer than we saw him be devoted to her. Which one was the real Ted?
I don't know. I don't know, but I tend to believe how devoted he was at first. He really, really loves her. I tend to believe that, but I cannot disagree with Elaine. When you want something so bad, why are you waiting for it to come to you? Why don't you go and try to get what you want?
The first Ted, I believe, was the real Ted.
You think the first one was the real Ted?
I believe. Yeah, this is the Ted under pressure. Unfortunately, me myself, I don't like to be in that position. So I try to do everything that I can to never be in that position. I hate groveling, man. I hate it with a passion. I'm not the baby, please take me back. Baby, please. I'm not that dude. So that being said, I try to live a righteous life, you know.
But he didn't have to grovel. All he had to do was show Nicole that they should be back together. He didn't even try.
All that's a part of groveling, though. Like you got to do some type of when you mess up like he messed up, you got to do some type of groveling. And I don't think he knows how to really do it. I really don't. Like he's sending flowers and everything. That's just money. I just don't think he knows how to do it. And also, unfortunately, I was watching it tonight, and it's like he's taking now to actually try to start stepping up. Like the thing that he did with Carlton coming up for next week. That's what he should have did the first day in the restaurant. Like now that you divorced and everything and it's all over, now you want to start flexing. It's like no.
I agree. A content creator, and if he was watching this, he would say, "Too late."
But I agree with you very much. So there, it seems like now after the divorce, he's getting his strength. I do agree with you 100%. And I wonder though, the Ted that we knew and that we saw. Remember how Nicole was just taken away when they went to that medical seminar they went to, and that's when she knew she had found her man. What did he do to capture her at the seminar? Could he have used those same tools to try to bring her back to him after the affair?
Now you need a whole different separate skill set to get a woman back. Like how you got her ain't how you gonna get her back. You gotta kind of step your game up because we like the woman had already seen all your tricks. I believe I've never been a woman,
but
so
do you think that was
it's like
a
I already
trick?
seen everything.
Do you think that was a trick, or he was
No, I just said
natural?
tricks. Yeah, no, it was natural. I'm just saying tricks to say like what you got in your bag. So if you are an emotional type dude, you're gonna give this type stuff out to your woman to get her or whatnot. But to get her back, you got to change that up a little bit because she already knows. Like sending flowers is something that he does. Like he's like she said to him, you always been good at dealing with flowers and stuff. You always had good taste. Like that's something that he's already done. So it's like, all right, I already seen this. Show me something new.
Yeah,
like,
he needs that song "Find 100 Ways." That's what he needed. He needed to listen to this song and went down the line. Okay.
He need to dig deeper in the bag, and come up with something different other than the flowers. If he never wrote poetry, maybe do some poetry. If he made a grand gesture, a big grand gesture in front of everybody, maybe something like that. Or like I said, even down to the Carlton thing, I hear y'all women find that attractive when a man stand up for y'all. Like, so maybe if he would have did that, it would have got her feeling a little wet.
Ted was starting out to give Nicole space like she asked for. And I was actually admiring the fact that he was trying to give her what she asked for, even though that wasn't what he wanted to do. But then it went too long. It's like he started using it as an excuse to avoid the problem that he had created. Because like, I think in his head, he was like, man, okay, if as long as I stay over here, I ain't got to deal with that over there. Maybe she'll calm down. And then that didn't work. But where me and Ted parted is when her and Leslie, I don't care why the fight got started. I don't care who choked who first, right? But when they had that fight in Orphanages, and then you was over there being nice to Leslie and gave her a ride home, I was done with Ted.
Yeah.
Funny part is she don't know about that, so that's not a knock against him in like her eyes. Fortunately, I guess, or
But you
unfortunately, it
know,
doesn't matter anymore.
but Miss Dan always asked for a long time. She wanted to know, did he go in the house or did he drop off? And they never showed us what happened.
I don't care what he did. He should have never had
Ain't
a
nothing
car.
happened.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing happened because if something happened,
you
they
gonna
would have
show that
showed it.
lady some empathy after this lady just got through fighting with a wife you keep saying you want to get back.
That's right.
You should have been giving Nicole a ride home. You should have been following Nicole to make sure that Leslie didn't follow her home. You didn't do none of the things that you didn't protect, sir. Protect. What is it? Protect, provide. What's the other thing?
Protect, provide,
and serve.
No, it's another P word. It's like provide, protect, and there's another P word. I can't think of what it is.
I don't know what the other one is, but
hold on. Park the car right here. Now, Daddy, did I just hear you say please? What are you talking about?
That makes sense. It makes sense.
Now. Did you just say this here? Is this what you just said?
No, he said serve. He said, oh God. No. I think he said serve.
Then I'm gonna tell your mama come over there and whoop you right while she gets you.
I think he said serve. But
but yeah,
know,
so Ted, I lost
what really happened with with Nicole, you're right. She had that is not okay. Why couldn't Leslie go in an Uber or either a cab? And plus, it's not your business how she got home. You take care of your wife. You're right. I agree with you, Miss Jen. You take care of your wife. That's your responsibility.
I wish my ex-husband would have.
They didn't make a big point about that.
Anything. Once I walk out the door, you behind me, sir.
That's right.
You behind me, sir.
Yeah, I think Ted just don't know what to do. I mean, that's just it in a nutshell. I don't like the way they got his character written when it comes down to this because I just don't like it.
I
it just doesn't make sense.
You're having an issue with it because with
he looks weak.
Doug, I just really was so demeaning to me, and particularly to take an educated black man and to make him look as if he had the social skills of a fifth grader, and it was just horrible. I hated that. I hated it.
Unfortunately, though, I can see that. Like when I say I don't like the storyline, it's just because I'm looking at it like I can't see even the weakest dude gonna stand up for it. Something.
Ted
like
ain't
this dude just lays down.
That's the truth. Ted ain't been right since the
new Ted. He hasn't. The old Ted left and the new weak. But the situation with Doug, and I feel what you said, Ms. Lil, but that's like normal, like that happens, unfortunately. Doctors, stressful situation, take to drinking and different things of that nature. Like that happens. Like I could see that. But I just can't see this whole Ted thing. I just can't wrap my head around that.
And I think most of us got accustomed to the thick, dark slice of chocolate cake, and to try to
from that aspect.
Yeah, from the woman's but and we got used to that, and you take that physical appearance and try to put it into this new Ted, even if he probably is a good actor, but even if he acted and did what we wanted him to do, I still see that first Ted. You couldn't take Bill and replace him with the man of about 5'6" or 5'7" in a No, it would just we can't accept it. We can't see that.
And I was gonna like agree with that part too. Like coming from a man perspective, it's like the original Ted was like just seemed like a strong man. Like he just seemed like a man. And the new Ted just seemed like a weaker, like light version of the original dude. Like he doesn't command anything per se. He's just there.
His chest is smaller. Shit, can't same thing. It's not. I ain't want to say it, but I'm just saying.
First Ted was a manly man. This new Ted seems like he's
Thank you, profess.
But I
It just seemed
wonder,
like something different.
I wonder with this Leslie stalking him, how do you, and I'm not a man, but wouldn't you not, it puts, I would think it would put a person out with you, because after a while, when you see the real character of a person, when I see the real character of a person, their beauty no longer appeals to me. When I see a woman who's vulgar and acting out and cursing and using the F-bombs, it just turns me off. I don't care how pretty she is. And with Leslie, the way she's
Yeah, that's a
stalking
woman
him,
thing.
yeah, the way she's stalking him, you would think that he would soon catch on. Something here is not right.
Nah,
Yeah.
like some dude, like for you gave a woman perspective. Some dudes, not me personally, some dudes like the jealousy aspect. Some dudes like the fact that, would like the fact that she actually is on him so heavy. It makes you feel kind of wanted. It's a little bit of a sense of that. But yeah, if this was real life, real talk, like, but it's not real life. But if this was real life, they would have been got it, like you said earlier, a restraining order against Leslie. And I said before, why is Leslie's face not posted? Well, not now. Now she's in, but it was like before she bought the home and everything. Why wasn't Leslie's face posted at the gate? Don't let her in. But if you did that, it wouldn't make for a story. So you
And
can't have
also,
no restraining orders.
how does she get behind the gates when you investigate it highly in a high income community,
It's a
and
TV land.
she has an ongoing criminal record?
It's TV land. All this is TV land. In real life, a restraining order would have been issued. Her face would have been on the front of the gates, and if she made an appearance, the cops would have been called. That's real life. TV land, she's gonna just walk in everybody's house as she feels. She's gonna stay as long as she wants, other than that one time that Bill picked her up and
Hospital
escorted her
room.
out the house. Huh?
I was talking to
Yeah.
Elaine. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, that was the only time. But yeah, it's TV land, so we gotta allow some type of grace for TV. That's the only
Okay,
way I could look at it.
so June or Leslie, who y'all think gonna end up with Ted next?
I don't know, but I really don't like the idea that Leslie decided to put June on notice. This is not your husband. And June thought she was Nicole. She asked, was that your wife?
That's
She
that's how
putting
you fight for what you want. Ted should have took a page out of Leslie's playbook. Like Leslie, like what she just did was with Bill. I mean, not Bill. It's with Ted. Hold up, I'm getting the names.
with
Ted should have
Leslie.
did to Carlton. Carlton should have did that to. Ted should have did that to Carlton.
Listen,
That would have been
this is what
different.
what's Kisha just remind us. A man is supposed to profess, protect, and provide. And so that goes with what you just said. Ted ain't been professing.
Nah, Ted's
Ted
weak.
ain't been
You need to
professing.
get over him. Cancel Ted.
Yeah, we could bring turtleneck Ted back. We need him back.
I agree.
And he had that nice
Cancel this
voice
Ted.
and everything. His nice voice and everything. You bring him on back.
He's gonna over Ted to next week, and then I'm gonna be mad at him again because next week he's gonna be flexing, and that's what he should have been doing.
Well, Vaughn, what do you think about Jacob? Now, Jacob seems to have tried to understand
Oh
Nicole.
God, just Jacob stuff.
He's tried to understand Nicole, his wife, and he has said he's almost apologized for even his own desires. But his wife is still, she's really, I mean, she's ran up as if she's getting ready to run the place.
I'm agreeing with you. Like the whole thing is the roles should be reversed, right? Jacob should be the one upset, and
Absolutely.
Naomi should be the one that's trying to comfort him.
But
And because at the end of the day, Jacob is sitting here saying, "Yo, I'm gonna do what we don't have to have kids. I want to be with you." And blah blah blah. And instead of her taking it in, she's reversing it around to make it all about her, to say, "Oh my God, you don't want to have kids." Like you're mad at him because he came to a revelation, and
see,
he's
but
not even trying to do nothing to act on it.
I think too, she's guilty. She was very
Yes, that part.
happy
Yes.
when it was negative, but she also realizes that her husband is suffering and he's sad. And now, when have you ever known her to go and to get drunk? That's not her.
No,
That's
yeah.
not her. Oh, she's dealing with guilt, all right. And I could go right through that screen and just shake her because
She's dealing with guilt, and she's putting it on him. Her
Yes,
guilt, instead of her saying, "Yo, I feel bad for feeling guilty," she's putting it all on him, which is not fair. He
that's
does not deserve the vitriol that she's been given to him
but he let her
this whole
have her
time.
way. He allows her
Yep.
to treat him that way because when she first did what she did and she knew that it was negative, she hid the information
Yes.
from him. And because she was happy, she didn't want him to see her because she figured he would be sad. Now, I'm not saying she should change her mind. I know people are
No,
very
she shouldn't.
liberal,
She shouldn't have to.
but
Yeah, she shouldn't have to.
I am saying this. I have a lot of empathy for Jacob because you don't know. I don't believe like some of the recappers believe that Jacob might have wanted children all along and just thought he could change her mind down the line. I don't think that. I truly
Like,
believe when they got married, he thought they could be a power couple.
yes,
But when the idea came about having
yes.
children that she could possibly be pregnant, his childhood flashed in front of his face. He started
Think,
talking about family night, movie night. He could see himself going to the ball games with his son. See, all of this stuff started coming through his mind. Now he's thinking, I would love to be a father.
think about this. Like Miss Jen said last week, and she made a point about it. She said the storylines are repeating. This is the same storyline with Bill, just a little twist to it. Bill did not want any kids when Haley first approached him with kids. He was upset about it a little bit, but then he came to the thing, and he was like, you know what? It would be nice to have another kid.
Yes,
I would like that. And he started to anticipate it and want it.
that's
And
right.
now he's to the point where he's like, when can we try again?
That's right.
So Bill at first didn't want any kids. Him and Haley was just supposed to be taking trips and working and living their life. But when an opportunity presented itself, that's when Bill said, you know what? I wouldn't mind having another kid.
But
Same thing with
now
Jacob. Jacob
also
was
you
like,
got
we wasn't supposed to have kids. The opportunity presented itself, and he's like, you know what? I would like to have a kid.
And you got to also
Mhm.
remember too, what was so special about what Bill said was that he missed a lot of his kids' programs. He
Yep.
missed parent and teachers night. He missed all of that. He said, but now his business is at a point where if they have a child now, which would be unfair to his two daughters, he thought now I can go to everything. He can go to teachers, parents. He can go to children's special plays. He can go on field trips. He can do things that other families do when they're not high profile people and trying to make it. See, he was trying to make it when he had his daughters. He's already made it financially now, and now he could really enjoy a child. And I think he kind of feels guilty about that because he even said he didn't give his daughters the time that they needed. He was not there to go to school plays and to do things like that. So this time he would really be able to do all of those things.
Yeah, the storylines are kind of the same. And but the moral of the story is I might not want something today, but you ask me a month from now, and I might change my mind. Like you don't know. And the
That's
fact that Jacob's wife is really hammering him like she is completely unfair. And although I said it like a week ago or so, and I forget what the woman was saying to me that was in the
Erica,
room. Yeah,
Erica
Erica, and I
Payne.
was like, I look at him as kind of being weak. Like
Oh,
he's not standing up for himself. He's just laying down to it. It's one thing
yeah,
being a
he
good
is.
husband, but I speak to my
Well,
wife about it. Like, no, I don't want a dude that's going to just lay down for me. Like, I don't want that. And
I
that's what Jacob's doing, just laying down.
I think with all this liberalism that's going on now, particularly in favor of women, a real man, a real androgen type man, kind of
Hmm.
is scared to be a real man because
Yes.
now it's like, well, you don't like women, you're against women, and
Yeah.
the feminist movement has ruined a lot of the women's.
Yes, it did.
He has ruined a lot of their ideas. They don't even know how to be cared for, how to be loved, how to allow someone to love them. And everything
And
that
men have to dial back. We got to
yeah,
dial back a lot of the times. Like we got to dial back our feelings
that's right.
and we got to dial back our emotions because
That's
we don't
right.
want to come across as being insensitive and different things. And part of it is cool. I get it. Some of it needed to be dialed back, but I think some people take it back a way too much.
And I
and,
agree with
and
you.
and some of
I
the
agree with
characters show
you.
that.
I agree with you 100%. Some of the things need to be done, like having women to do the same position as a man because he was a man, he got more per hour. That was wrong.
Just
Having
wrong.
women where pastors told them to stay in homes
Wrong.
where some of them were being physically abused. That was wrong.
Wrong.
Having
Yeah.
women to
But
feel that they could never say no about anything in their own home, or they would have nowhere to go because the man made the money and they stayed at home. That was
wrong.
wrong. But this
But a
stuff has
man
gotten
being that strong, thriving force is right. I
yes,
believe.
it's gotten out of hand now, where we don't want real men to be real men. We want them to
Mm-hmm.
bow and tow, and we will never
Yep.
be equal with men. I was not made to be a man. I was made to be a woman, to be loved, to be
You know what? I
protected.
gotta push back on that one part a little bit. Y'all are equal, but just in different ways.
Now,
Whereas though
I don't mean
you
that
might
kind
be
of.
a little more sensitive and I'm strong, but or my strong and your sensitivity makes us equal.
I
We're
don't mean,
balancing
I
each
don't
other
mean,
out
I
at
don't
that point.
mean, I don't mean
Okay.
emotionally, socially, and spiritually equal. I'm not talking about that kind of
Okay.
equal. But there are
Okay.
physical strengths that men have I don't have. I
Oh,
don't want to
absolutely.
do construction. I don't want to be an elevator repair person. I don't want to do any of that stuff. But now, for women who want to do it, I'm not talking against them. Please understand me. But that's not me. There are some things, and you see women now that are out working with the city and doing construction. These jobs are for men. Their bodies are different from ours, and our
Yeah.
bodies tear down differently from theirs. But this movement has told people you got to think a certain way. Like with Naomi now, if you criticize her, you know what they say? Well, men have been doing it all their lives, and women have always put their careers on the back burner and let the man go.
I get
Jacob
criticized 2 weeks ago about that, or a week ago.
But Jacob is not asking her to put her career on the back burner. These are
Nope.
two career people. They could even have someone to come into their home to take care of their baby.
As
And you
much
don't.
money as the Duprees have, they would have got nannies for that kid. That kid would have been well taken care of to the point where Naomi's job would not have skipped a beat. She is
That's
not a regular lawyer. He is not a regular cop. And she tried to put those things in when she was talking about the negative side of having kids. They're like, okay, here we go. If she wasn't Dupree, the negative side, he's a cop. And suppose you get unalived in the line of duty, right? Most people that deal with a cop, they got to deal with how am I going to get by? How am I going to make it work for me and my kids? She will never have that dilemma because her
right.
daddy is rich, her grandparents are rich, her
That's right.
mama's rich. You
That's
are
right.
always covered. You will never be
That's
alone,
because
and that's what makes it crazy.
Danny has her own wealth. That's why he was.
Yes.
Yeah, they were talking about a post.
And you know she got a lot of money in the
She has
divorce.
her own
You
money.
know you know she got a trust with her mom and dad. Danny is covered, and you know them kids are covered too. Come on, man. The grandkids get provided for as well, even though they
But
ain't speak about it. You know that
but
happens.
but Naomi really does not want to be a mother, and that is her right. And she also looks at the fact that Danny told her she loved being a mother. She said, but you put your career on hold to raise Chelsea and me. And I looked in the magazines and we saw how famous you were and all of that. But made her understand, even when I became a mom, I did that with class. Every child wanted to hang out at my house.
You
So
see
it's
that?
just
Yeah,
yeah,
sir.
she just doesn't want. She doesn't want children. If you don't want children, fine. Let him go and let him find someone who can make him happy. Would
I
love
think
to.
what I think should happen, and people might try to crush me in the comments. I really think she should have the kid for him, because you will be able to hire nannies. You will be able to have that kid taken care of. So therefore, like, just have the kid for your husband and work it
I
out.
don't
They
think,
said she loved kids. That's the
I don't
crazy part.
think,
She loved kids.
I don't think money is the issue about having a child. I think she just does not. Number one, she does not want to go through the changes, the physical, the emotional, and the changes you have to go through to be a mother. She doesn't want to any part of that. She doesn't feel the need to nurture. Like some people are just nurturing people. I've always been a very nurturing person. From the time I was a little person, I loved babies. I loved to take care of them. And look at my career. I
Mm.
went into a nurturing career. But she, even though in her career there's some nurturing going on, she does a lot of that with June,
Well,
but she
well, they
doesn't know
said she
how.
loved kids. They said that she loves kids, and I get what you're saying. If her main part is she don't want to put her body through that, and that was the main angle, I can understand that. But she started throwing in a bunch of other stuff, like what would happen if something happened to you in the line of fire, and then I mean, you know, in the line of duty, then I'll just be left alone with the kid. And I wanted to get my career the way my career started. What's up with that? And then and it's like she don't want to be looked upon as a bad mom. So therefore I doubt if she would ever like give her kid up. But you know, she could have a kid and get a lot of help. I'm just done with
But
that
she
storyline.
her
Mm.
daddy doesn't even know the idea that she didn't ever plan to have children because he said to her, "You and Jacob have made a good choice to wait until you're ready to have my grandchildren." So he doesn't even
Mm,
know. She has not shared that with anyone. She did share with Danny just recently when she thought she was pregnant, and Danny did tell her it is your choice. But no, she did. They don't. She's kept that was between her and Jacob that they never planned to have children. And then now Jacob, I feel bad for him because I do believe maybe she just needs to let him go, let him set him free, and let him find someone who would nurture his children, would love to be a parent. Because, like you said, it's not the money. They could hire a person to come into their home to take care of their children. It's not the money. She's a lawyer, and if she needed money, Bill would even give her money. If Bill can take out a $10 million policy on his wife, what would he do for his daughter if she needed help? Those grandbabies would not be going from pillar to post and from daycare to daycare. They would have someone, a nanny. They probably would have a nanny, but that's just all an excuse. She does not want to have a baby, and if she doesn't want to have a baby, as I said, that is her right. But no, she just doesn't. And I think it has a lot to do with the bodily changes, and it has to do with the fact that she feels that Danny was cheated. But Danny told her she was not cheated. She loved being a parent. And she went on to tell her, even being a parent, she put her art into being a parent. All the children want to hang out at her house. So you can take your career and still have it or not have it and be good at what you're doing. Danny gave up. Now, what Danny, I think, resents is the fact that she gave everything she had, which is not good, to Bill. And because Bill became like her God, and that's not good. You don't have any other God before, Jehovah, the Most High God, and he became her God. And when she looked up, she knew he was having those affairs, but she sat silent while he was having those affairs. But when he came to the point of breaking up, she couldn't let him go. The night before the wedding, she went to him and groveled and begged, and he told her to have some self respect.
I would like to
Mm.
say one more thing. Like my last thing that I gotta say on the matter is, like I was having a conversation. It's like you could want one thing more than the other. So just because Jacob wants a child, I hate the fact that Naomi is like we're over, or you know we have these strong differences, and it's like no, like I could want a kid, but I could want you more than I want the kid. I could want a life with you more than I want a kid. So yes, so what? I do want to be a father, but it's not more than I want to be your husband. And she needs to take that and accept that and keep it pushing. But she's having a hard time kind of accepting that. It's like, so what? You can't give my kid and he want a kid. You know what I mean? If
He's
he wanted that
guilty.
bad, y'all break up.
That's guilt. That's guilt.
But he loves her more than he wants a kid right now.
Mm-hmm.
So let it be.
That's
Mm.
guilt. I think that she's operating out of. She's out. You see, you ever known her to get drunk before? That is guilt she's operating out of. She really feels that she's failing her husband.
Mm. Okay, so I have a question, just so we can clear something here. So some people said some people don't feel like they could have it. Okay, wait, that's not what I'm looking for. Hold on one second. Okay. Uh, just to have a baby because your man wants you to is a wild thing to say. I don't know who said that. Somebody said a man,
I
a woman
did.
should have a baby.
I did.
Okay, okay, so let's clear up what you said because I don't know if I missed that part.
Unless
So
we're
I just
talking,
thought about that.
and what I
So
said was, unless we're talking about a health issue, unless she's worried about, truly worried about it affecting her body and messing with her health, I feel as though, yeah, if you don't really, really want a kid, why not have a kid for your husband? Now,
if you
if her
say that
main
again, if
beef
you
is,
don't really what now?
I said, unless you're worried about your health or you worried about your body, if your man wants a kid, why not give your man a kid or your husband? Why not give your husband a kid if that's what he really, really wants?
Okay, so let me start here with that. Unless you're worried about your health, right?
Mhm.
That's what you said.
Yes.
Okay, you do realize every time a woman has a baby, there is a for real risk that she could die.
That's what I said. Unless you're worried about your health, some women are not worrying about that when they get pregnant. So therefore, they have multiple kids, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids. But
Okay, but
if
what I'm
Naomi is
saying is
worried
that
about like I don't want to go through the health problems with having a kid and different things of that nature, and she's worried about that, then I get that wholeheartedly.
yeah.
And some
So
women don't want to
I'm
lose
just
their
saying
body
that
shapes. They
I'm
don't want
just
to lose. They don't want their body to change because once you have a child, even though if you lose the weight, even though if you exercise, you never going to internally be exactly like you were before the baby. Some women don't want the bodily changes. They don't want the hormonal changes and other things that they don't want.
okay. So just going back to just the medical part of that. Every single time any woman has a child, she risks dying. Every
Absolutely,
single woman. Every woman.
absolutely.
So it's not a unless you're worried about your health. Some people
Some
just
people don't
feel
worry
like they
about
don't want to
dying and
go
having
through
kids. Some people
what
don't worry about not everybody that have a kid and get pregnant worry about dying. Like that's not their main motivating factor. If your main motivating factor is your health, that's what I said. That's why I said it that way. If your main motivating factor is you're worried about dying, you're worried about complications of the baby and different things of that nature, then cool. I understand that. But if you're worried about it on the vain side, meaning I don't know, I don't want to share my life type thing and different things of that nature, I kind of disagree with that a little bit.
okay,
That's all
so
I'm saying. But I get the help.
why do some men decide that they don't want children? Because you're a man, so why do men decide sometimes they don't want kids?
They don't want to share their life, or some people are just not kid people.
So what
Some
do
And
you
people are
think
some
just
about
not kid people.
what do you think about that? That if a man is married and his wife wants to have a baby but he don't,
I feel as though he should.
you think he
I feel as
should?
though he should. Just unless he's just completely hate kids, then like so Naomi, they already established that Naomi was a kid person. Like they said it
Mhm.
to her, like you love kids, different things of that nature. Some people just don't rock with kids like that. They like, ill, get away from me. If you that type of person, no, you shouldn't have kids.
now,
But
yeah,
But,
I
if
but I'm
you,
saying, but that's the case with Naomi. Naomi is not a
it's not
kid
the case with
person.
her. She no. They
Naomi
said
is
she
not a
was a
kid
kid person.
person.
No,
She
they
no,
said
she's
she
not.
was.
Who said
I'm
she was?
trying to tell you,
She said what
they
I
they
heard
had
her
a
say is that
conversation.
I have never wanted children ever.
She never wanted kids, but they never said she didn't like kids. It's a difference. Some people just don't like kids.
Okay, I can like
Other
your
people
kids, but
don't
I
want
can
other
like
people.
I can like
Go ahead.
your kids, but that don't mean I want kids.
Yeah, but
I
if you like my kids, you're gonna like your
I'm
own
not
kid.
gonna mistreat. No, that doesn't mean I want to take one home to my house. Some
Now
people
once
are
you
good with children. There's some people that like, who's gonna mistreat. I mean, some people do, but just because
hmm
you like children don't mean that you're cut out to be parent material. So what if she did have one and then she goes through it? See, listen, this is the part this that I want to go back to because I really don't know if that's really sitting with you for real. That every single woman that has a child chances her life by having that child. There are any number of things that could take a woman out of here just for having a baby. Be that her blood pressure goes out of control and they can't get it back down. There are women who have bled to death from having children. My cousin's wife had a baby, never made it home from her child, and there was nothing wrong with her before she had that baby. But that baby took her out of here. Things
hmm
like that just happen. But there's so
hmm
much that goes on with a woman's body when she's having children that yes, some women are actually petrified of having children
And
because
that's why I
they don't
said
want
if
to
you're,
live there.
and I made a special point, and I'm gonna say it again for like the third time. If you are worried about your health, That is a completely different thing. I'm not talking about that.
But
So I
nobody should
get
give
it.
you a
Some,
baby just
huh?
because you want one.
Say that again.
Nobody should give you a baby just because you want one if they know
I
good
said the
and
health part.
well.
I did say the health part, Miss Jen. You keep going
No,
over the health part, but
no,
I
no.
did mention that.
Okay, I'm not talking about the health part. I said, but nobody should give you a baby just because you want one. You have to align
I think
yourself
my
with
wife probably
somebody.
should.
No, no, no. Okay, but you have to align yourself with somebody that wants children. And then Naomi made it clear from the gate, I don't want them ever in life.
And
Mhm.
that's what's so sad
And
because when
but
you
Jacob's
make
not
that
pushing her though.
decision, when you're
Mm,
engaged, what happens if one person changes their mind and
right,
you're locked in? I
right.
know a situation where a man, which he didn't need any children, in my opinion, anyway, but they had one child once they got married, and he went on and had himself sterilized. His wife was never given the opportunity to have another child. So you see, that can be very, very selfish. But if you know at the beginning you both don't want children and you go down that lane, that's one thing. But if you have an accident,
Mm-hmm.
like Var pointed out, what you gonna do now? Are you going to,
Mm-hmm.
unalive this child? Or are you going to look and see this was an accident? Because Naomi said she was on the pill. So this was not like they were just people playing games. They were seriously planning not to have children. This accident pops up, then a decision has to be made. And I truly don't think it was made by Naomi because she was afraid of dying. Now, I believe that she might have been a little bit vain about her body, but I think it's because she just does not want to take the time. Like she said, her
Hmm.
job is her
Yep.
life, and
That
she's
was her
always
main points that she was making.
yeah, after Bill, she's always pointed herself after Dad. They
But you
used
know
to
what
have
this sounds like? This sounds like a woman that meets a man that says, I don't want to get married. And then she dates him anyway because she thinks she's going to change his mind. And Nicole made it clear not Nicole, Naomi made it clear from the gate. I don't want no children. I don't ever want no children.
Well,
Do you want children? And he was like, no, I'm good. We ain't got to have no children. You sure you don't want no children? No, I don't want no children. Now, I understand that his heart changed after the possibility of one popped up. But at
yeah.
the same time, he can't then expect her to just give me a baby because I want a
But
baby.
he's not. But see, here's the thing, though. He's not.
Because what Naomi is trying to make clear is that if something happens to you, I'm stuck with the baby that you wanted.
But she's not really stuck though in the traditional sense of being stuck. You know what I mean? Like she's not stuck like I would be stuck.
She is
She has
still
a lot of
stuck because
backup. No, she
somebody's
has a
mother.
lot of backup. She has a lot of backup.
Somebody else can't mother your children. And
Yes, they can.
she don't. Mm.
Yes, they can. Kids are adopted every day.
Oh,
People
you mean
mother
oh,
other
you
people's
talking about
children on a regular basis.
oh, you mean she could give the baby up for
Yeah,
adoption?
she can do whatever. Her mom can take care of that baby. She has so much structure in place,
But
whereas
she
though that
probably
baby would
don't want.
never go wanting for nothing.
Who would want to put themselves in the position that somebody says you gave away a child at 5 years old
Well,
just
listen.
because
Here's
you
the
didn't
thing.
want children?
I'm sure they not. I'm sure they not anticipate. I'm sure Jacob don't want to get unalive. And at the end of the day, let's rewind too. Jacob is not even pressuring her to have the kid, have a kid. He just was a little excited when he found out that she was pregnant. But he's not pressuring her to have a kid.
But
He's like,
she
okay,
now knows that her husband wants something that she doesn't want. And I'm just saying that she feels bad that now where she thought they were aligned, they're not aligned.
well, we were
That's like
aligned, and now we're not aligned now. But it doesn't change the fact that at one point, and that's the problem with two getting married young.
okay, here's a
Like I've
question.
been having. Go ahead.
Would you change religions for your wife?
No, no,
Why?
no.
Why?
That's a fundamental thing that you have inside of you, a belief. That is something that is different than switching up to have a kid and not have a kid, or to get
Okay,
married or not get
so you
married.
don't change
Like
religion.
religion is
Would you
powerful.
just go with her to would you just go with her to her place of worship then?
Oh, absolutely. I would support her in whatever endeavors that she's trying to get into.
I'm
But
talking about
that
she
don't
wants
mean
you to
that I'm
go
gonna
every
change
time
my
she go.
religion. That's like me
No, I mean,
changing my
she
faith.
wants
Like I
you to
have
go.
go ahead.
She wants you to go when she go. Every time she go, will you go every time she go?
No, absolutely not. I don't feel as though I have to go every time
Okay,
she
well,
goes.
why
That's a
not?
different level of
But you can
commitment.
still go to yours.
Say that again.
You can still go to yours. You just got to go to hers too.
I don't have to do everything that my wife wants me to do.
Hmm.
It's a difference.
Hmm.
It's a difference. No, I'm not saying you make your woman have a child for you or whatever. I just said I think it should happen. Just because I feel as though certain things should happen, don't mean that you got to agree with it. But at the end of the day, it's like their situation when we're talking about Beyond the Gates situation. He's not even pressuring her to have a baby.
Are you 40
She's
yet?
just backlashing on him. Huh?
Are you 40 yet?
Yeah, 46.
Okay, so let's say you 46, something should, for God for happen to Miss Var, you remarry, right? And then you done
Mhm.
had a vasectomy done, and then the new chick say, I want you to undo it because I want a baby by you.
I'll do it.
You would do it.
Yeah, we're married.
At
We're rocking.
47,
Absolutely.
48, 49, 50
Absolutely.
years old.
Absolutely. Depending on my place in life, and I was just talking to my wife about this too. I said, yo, if we hit the lotto and we was worth like $500 million or something, I would want to have another kid. Like I would do it, but I don't want to have a kid in position that I'm in. I'm not in a bad position at all. But I like to be able to travel and take vacations. My dog is enough on us right now. I'm trying to find a dog sitter for her, But I enjoy this later part. My son is 21 now. He's off. He's doing his thing, and now I have an opportunity to do my thing. But if I had endless supply of money, yeah, we'll hire a nanny and get it
Okay,
popping.
so
Absolutely.
let me tell you what's off the table for me, like for real. A man that smokes, we got nothing to talk
Hmm.
about. And I mean,
Hmm.
no, we got nothing to talk about. A man with a pit bull, we got nothing to talk about. We got
I got a
nothing
little
to
cabochon.
really a man with cat. I don't like cats like that. So no, I ain't messing with that either. And you ain't about to change my mind about it. And I don't want to ask you to get what I look like coming in talking about it's me or your dog.
Mm.
Me or your dog. Okay, so the girl don't want no cheers.
He's
She
not
don't
first, but
want
I
no
don't even know
kids.
why we talking about this
But
particular part,
I'm
unless you
just
want to
saying
take it to
she
real
don't
life.
want no, I'm saying she don't want no kids. Turned out they
Hmm.
almost had one, and now she's just worried about the fact that the man she thought she married is not the man she because listen, this is what I say all the time. Who you are in 1970 is not who you're gonna be in 1975.
Exactly.
And who you're not gonna
Exactly.
be in 1980. You're gonna be a different person.
That's
But
right.
but Naomi still feels like, and I still don't want no kids.
But
And,
see, is
and
it
he
so
over there
wrong that
like,
he?
but I think I might want some now that
It,
I,
it,
risk my
Well,
life every day. I'm like, maybe I do want one.
I still think she should give him the option of being free. Let him go
but
and let
we
him
don't
find
know.
somebody else
We
to
making these decisions, and Naomi making these decisions too. We don't know to what level that Jacob even wants to have a kid. It's different levels to life. It's different levels of want. Like I said, I would want another child, if I was in different position. Now my want for another child is not that high that I want to go out here tomorrow and get a kid. But it is a possibility if it presents itself, the right situation, the right time, and different things of that nature to have a kid. Maybe Jacob is in a place where it's like, yo, I realized that I wouldn't mind having a kid, but I don't need a kid as much as I want my wife. Why can't he be at that level where it's like he's at a level 2 or 3 instead of being at a level 9 or 10? We
You can't make
automatically are
people
putting
be
him at a
something.
9 or 10.
You make people be something. Let me tell you something that's always attracted to me for some reason, and I do not know why. Okay. Men that's in that religion, like that black Israelite stuff, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, always trying to come be up in my face. And I'm saying to them, what part of me look like I want to put on something and cover up, sir? I'm not
No.
about to put on nothing. Now, look, I
Uh-uh.
ain't saying this as a knock against nobody else, right? Because I'm not. I understand what you feel is devotion is devotion. But now, what made you think I want to put something over my head and wrap it all around me and be all wrapped up and be outside? You need to find somebody that's already wrapping up.
Now that's right. I
Already
agree
doing
with you
that.
there.
So I have never understood why you in something that I feel to be extreme. Now that's just my opinion. But if you in something that's that extreme for a woman, then find you a woman who already in there wrapping up in that stuff day and night, night and
That's
day.
right.
Because I'm not gonna be finding wraps to match up my outfits. I ain't.
Well, they're supposed to be marrying. Well, if you are a believer, where I believe in Yahushua, well, you should be marrying somebody that has the same beliefs as you, so you can be spiritually equally yoked together. And why would you? But see, the thing about it, what people do many times, women don't know, they find it attractive, especially these Caucasian women who try to marry these Arab men, and you think, oh, he's gorgeous, he's tall, he's this, he's that. When you marry those men, you become like a child. From what I understand, they tell you what you can do, when you can go to the store. They drop you off at work. The average woman, particularly Caucasian women, have been spoiled. You're not going to be able to live like that. And another thing, like you were saying, Miss Jen, okay, you like to look cute, and you will tell us, I looked cute today. Now, you're not going to want to go out and in the summertime, those sleeves all the way to your wrist. That just, I don't think that would be you, even if it had nothing to do with the religion. But the religion is definitely, the religion would definitely be something I would never accept, because I would have to deny my Savior. But if it had nothing to do with the religion, you want to be attractive, and you like for people to
No, now
compliment
let me
you.
tell you something. Those women are beautiful. That's all wrapped up. What I'm saying though is that if you have what someone else feels to be an extreme way of being or doing, especially for a woman, then there are plenty of women who are already right there within what you're doing that want to do that. You're not about to bring no secret books in my house that I can't see. You ain't about to tell me not to go in no draw. This I draw. This us. This our. Okay. You ain't about to restrict me from no certain piece of the closet. I ain't got time. I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time. I don't know, because I don't know what they telling you in the book. What's in the secret book? They may be telling you to look at me sideways. I don't know. I don't know. So find somebody that's already doing that
That's
and
right.
get them to do that with you. So that's what I'm saying about Naomi and is it Naomi? Yeah, Naomi and Jacob. I feel
But
bad because they
what
done
about
hit.
what I said on levels?
What
Jacob
part about
didn't
the level?
know, but see, Jacob
What
maybe.
about us? What I said about levels though?
What about levels?
Like like he could maybe want to have a kid on a level two.
What is a
Like
kid on a baby? Is a baby?
no, it's extreme. No, like I just explained my situation. Like I would have a kid if I was in a different space. My kid level is not at a level 10. It would possibly be at like a level two or
She
three or
already from
something
a
like
rich
that.
family.
It's
That
not
ain't
that
moved her.
high.
But she already from a
Huh?
rich family. That ain't moved her.
No. I said for me. Now for her, what I'm saying to you is Jacob's situation, he might not want a kid that badly. It could just be a little itch, like, I could see myself with a kid, but I'm not yearning for it. It's not something that I'm really tripping about every day. We don't know how much or how badly he wants to have a kid.
Yeah, Jacob wants a baby now.
You think very badly? Do you
Yeah,
think he
I
wants
mean
a kid
Jacob.
more than he wants his wife?
No, I think Jacob wants a
That's what I'm
baby.
saying. Levels.
Wait, what I'm saying is that there is something alive in him now that was never
Hmm.
alive in him before. And now they have to figure out, can they live with what is alive in him now, which is, I do want a baby, and then to push that down. So how do you stay with somebody that wants something, that don't want something that you in the back of
Because
your heart really do want?
because I want my wife and I love my wife more than a possibility of having a
Here's
kid.
the thing: he may
Suppose
be able to do that, but you know who may not be able to deal with that? That he could really give her that is Naomi.
mm,
Naomi may not be able to deal with the fact that he really could make that sacrifice for her. She may not be
well,
able to.
that's her being selfish.
No,
Like
that's
that's
not
just
selfish. No, actually, that's not the selfish. That's the part where she may feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm keeping you back from something that you really want, Jacob.
but
Well,
That's
he's
not.
then
not
they
even
can talk
telling her that
about
he
a
really
divorce.
wants it though.
You ain't
Like if
telling
he
me
said
that if I
if
see
he
the sadness in
go
your
ahead,
eyes.
huh? He's upset right now. It just transpired. Now, if we going like a year from now and he's moping around and he's throwing baby stuff in her face all the time, then I could get us having this conversation.
But that's
But
how she's gonna feel.
this loss, I understand that. This
Does
loss
it make
has
me? That's
just
how she's gonna
happened
feel.
like 2 days ago.
Mhm.
So we're
And
talking a matter
already
of a
he can't.
couple
I just said
days.
this in the review. He can't even say baby like baby. She's like
That's
baby
right.
what?
He couldn't
Baby
even
what
say
you
No,
mean
baby.
baby? What?
he didn't want to say it because he didn't want to upset her. It's not the fact that he couldn't say it. He didn't want to upset her because he know if he mentioned it, it would be a trigger for her.
Bar. It's
That
gonna be
was it.
exasperating for him, and it's gonna be exasperating for her.
She needs to get over it and let him make his own decisions. He's a grown man. If he really wants to have a kid that bad, let him tell her. Let him tell her, yo, babe, I really want a kid. We need to work
I
this
think
out. But
I
as
think
long as
he is
he's
gonna
sitting up
say
there
that he
eating
does
it,
want one. I think he's gonna
hmm,
say I do want one, but I'm willing not to have one with you because I think he said that
and
to her the other day in
and
the
all that
room.
as well, I would do that for my wife. I would do that. Like if my urge would to have a kid wasn't that bad, I would do that for my wife. Same thing. I was talking to her on a lower level of dog. Like I wanted a dog. So, she's not really a dog person like that. You know what I mean? Now, I really wanted a dog, but if she told me, Steve, I'm not having a dog, I would say, cool. I would rather have her than the dog. There's levels to it.
Sean B, I think she said, I don't think Jacob wants a baby that bad that he would give up Naomi. I agree with
That's
that.
all
But
I'm
I think,
saying.
listen, but I think that Naomi can't deal with her own guilt and that she
She
gonna
needs to
foolishly
get
end up
over it.
killing him. I think that
Yeah.
Naomi is gonna foolishly say, I can't hold you back, Jacob. Just go
Yeah, I
settle.
know. She needs to get over it. That's the dumbness of it all. She needs to realize that, hey, my man loves me more than he wants a kid. Get
Elaine
over
said,
it.
she's seeing a pattern with you. You better hush.
Who, me?
You know what? I wouldn't really mind Naomi.
Have no patterns.
I wouldn't really mind Naomi setting him free. I really wouldn't, because I really believe what Var said. He would stay with her whether she gave him a child or not. I believe that. But I also believe if Naomi, okay, like tonight they were talking about something. And when he brought up baby clothes, he had to cut it off. Can't even say baby clothes in front of her. And all this loud talking when Ashley came to the table and this getting drunk. See, you are guilty because you're happy that you're childless, and that's okay. That's
Okay.
your right.
I got a
But
question for you.
I think men levels of having
Well, I got
kids
a
is not
question
as
for
high
you,
as
Var.
women's levels
Listen,
of
listen,
having
listen
kids.
to this, Var. Listen to this,
But
Var.
but
So you know there are men who love to be at the gym and they love to work out and they wanted a woman like that. So he got him a woman at a gym and a woman who works out. See, and then here come this thing again that what happens when you have babies. Babies change women's can just monk up some stuff. You understand?
well, that's
So
true.
let's say that he marries somebody. She's all bad body. She at the gym all the time, and then they have two children. She started to get fat now, and he didn't want no fat wife.
mhm.
What then?
Then he is supposed to talk to her and
He's
say to her,
supposed to, but he ain't attracted to no fat chick. I made this clear
no,
before I got with her.
what
She
he can
had
say to
children.
her,
Now she fat.
we used to be healthy. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to a dietitian or nutrition. We're gonna pick out the right kind of a food. We're gonna eat healthy and we're gonna exercise together.
Suppose she's not with that. Her
Exercise.
Miss Jen whole thing is suppose she's not with that.
No,
Suppose she don't want to go
let's
through
not
all the
say
exercising and the dieting.
let's say she's not able to, because let's say that having that baby changed something with her, be that with her ability to move or whatever the case may be. Because I'm telling you, children can jack
All right,
you
let me give you
up.
my answer. I
You
got you
understand?
asked me the question. I can give you the answer. Right? Are you saying this is my wife?
This your wife. You are
Okay.
a
I
physically
got the
fit
simple
man.
answer.
You wanted a
Here's
physically
the
fit
real answer.
woman. Your wife
Here's the
had
real answer.
children. She's fat now, and she not taking the weight off.
Gotcha.
Not because she lazy. It just ain't
I,
coming off. Now what?
I understand. I married my wife for richer for poor, in sickness and in health, to death do us part. And if you really honor your vows, you don't care what that condition is. You still want to love her and still be there for her. Period. Some people take these vows and throw them away so easy. Naomi should let him go. No, they're married. And Jacob even told her, I take my vows seriously. Like, how are you going to even approach me with this? I love you. So
I
if
don't
you
think she just want
truly
her to throw
love
him
your
away
woman,
easy.
huh?
I don't think she want him to throw him away easy. What
No,
I
but
think what
she's
people
trying
are
to throw it
saying is that
away.
it doesn't appear that this girl
Yo,
is gonna
like
be able to get past this.
so many people take their vows so lightly. Like we can, and it is true. Yes, you can just go and get a divorce. You can go and find a woman that's gonna have your
That's not
kid.
how I
You can
feel.
go do all that, but at the end of the day, you ask me, how would I feel if my woman put on a little extra weight or whatever, or if my woman changed from what she was when we got together? I would still love her because I vowed to do so.
See, that's you, but I
That's how I
said a
stand.
man who is into physical fitness, and this is what they agree on.
Whether
Because
you're
there's
into
men
physical,
out there to be like,
go ahead.
baby, I want somebody. She work out with me. She run every day. She do this. She do that. And I'm trying to tell you, these babies
What's gonna happen when she
can
turns 60?
jack
What's gonna
you up.
happen when them looks change? Hold on, what's gonna happen when she turns 65? What's gonna happen when she turns
Some men
70 and
can
them
deal
looks
with that,
change? What,
and
now we
some
gotta
men
get a
can't deal
divorce
with
and I
that.
gotta upgrade you for a model
Now,
that I like then?
don't men do it all the time, and
And
don't
it's
women do it all the
foul.
time?
And
It
it's
is
foul,
foul.
it's
It is
dirty,
foul.
and I can't relate to that.
Listen, if I done gave you my best years, you're gonna be here for the worst ones too, Buster Crab.
That's right.
That's all I'm saying. I can't relate to anything other than that. I took a vow. And whether baby or not, that baby don't mean more to me than my woman. I tell you
But
that
you
much. I don't even know that kid. I
but
know
you
my
know
wife.
what? Some women
That's
do.
them kids.
Look at Danny when she gave the first 30 years to Bill. And I don't know how many of those years she helped him to build his practice, because she said my father is bringing you clients, and we can't have you serving them in squalor. So that's why she went out and got that suite of offices for him. She was behind him. She was the force behind him. And it's like a woman that I know. Her husband was into politics. He was the first black police office director of the police officers, all this stuff. And do you know, after all this happened, he ended up having an affair with someone in the office, and she lost him. That man's career continued to grow because she had put everything into throwing these parties. She's so creative, throwing all these fabulous parties to help him to grow more politically. And I heard he was over at the university teaching. He has his own business, and his second wife had a housekeeper. So yeah, that can happen. It's sad to say, but you can stand behind someone and put everything you have into them, and then they trade you in at the last minute for a different woman. Now, I don't think he traded her in for the woman that he married. He had an affair and they broke up, and he happened to meet somebody else. So we can't put that on that woman. But yes, it does happen. But you're taking a chance. Anytime you're married, and I agree with Va, you should be as agreeing and protective and loving, supportive as you can. But there's no guarantee one of those people might change their minds. And you have to be emotionally, spiritually, psychologically sound enough to understand and to work your way through it. Because some women can't handle it, they lose their minds.
Yeah, them babies, and look, I'm gonna keep on saying them babies can them babies can jack you up. Them babies can jack you up. All right, y'all. Well, look, we done. I didn't even think they was gonna be an interesting conversation tonight, but y'all made that interesting. Thank you very much, Va, for that. Because Bobby in here, I'm gonna tell you something. Bobby standing up. He'll be playing with y'all. I mean,
And I got offended when y'all hold up. I got offended when I hear the replay, and I don't be in the chat, so I can't write back live because I don't really watch the show till like 10 o'clock at night my time. I'm on the East Coast. When you say I'll be getting beat up on, I take offense to that because nobody is beating up on me ever.
Well, when I said you getting beat up on,
I'm playing with you. You know I'm playing with you.
Yeah, I'm about to say they be
playing
coming
with you.
for
I'm playing
you.
with you.
I'd be like, ooh,
Like,
child, they be coming for you.
I'm like, who be beating me up? Like,
No, you be
I'm
standing
getting
up.
beat up.
You be standing on your own. Now you know what? Now we gonna move over here to now. I don't mean no harm by saying her name, but real talk. Because girl, we know you in here. You was listening. You might be done went to bed now, but we know you in here, girl. We love you still. Don't you get around that doggone Haley. If I were her, now I'm just saying, if I was real talk, I would be really upset with the character of Haley because they wrote Haley so believable in the beginning to be something that she wasn't. And so if I had put that much belief into like, no, I really like, and then y'all switch up on me like this, I'd have been mad too.
That's true.
I'd be mad too. Because they really, when I tell you
I would
they
be
took
loving
a
it.
sharp left turn on Haley, I'm like, Haley is, wait a minute, what? So now what y'all think about Haley being so doggone diabolical? What surprised you most?
I was surprised when I heard her tell her cousin that Bill, if he thinks he's gonna get away with this, I laid down too much for him. And I'm wondering, what did you lay down? You got more than you laid down. You have a mansion, you have an unlimited black card, you can do anything, go any place you want to go. What did you lay down? But somebody in the chat said she meant, I guess, that all these tricks and things that she had to pull to get to, we didn't know about that at the time, I guess, to trick him. I was absolutely shocked to see that ghetto witch come out of her.
That was very surprising.
I mean, yeah, it was a little surprising. I think they got her a little over the top. I'm not really feeling that aspect. But we knew something was up from like a while ago when we first realized that it was a fake baby.
Yes.
So we knew she was we knew she was on a scam mission. Yeah, we knew she was on a scam mission months ago. I just hate the fact that they got her so over the top.
Ronald
It's just
said,
too
I
much.
liked Haley before, but I love her now.
Yeah, like
I
I
do
love it when a
too. I
character
do
take a
too. And I
twist.
can't believe I'm saying this. I love Haley now.
See, that's why Real Talk need to get back over here, girl. They riding for you, girl, now, because now she interested.
She's
She
not
got
That's
some
boring.
true.
Yeah,
layers.
she's not
But
boring.
That's
but
the reason
that's
I
not
can't
but
support
that's not what
because
real talk.
she was
I
boring
believe
and you
real
didn't know where
talks
her character was going.
real talk's issue was with when people said at the very beginning of your program it was something about Haley they didn't care for, but they were agreeing with Danny. And Real Talk seemed to have had been very angry about the fact that people couldn't support Haley, but they could support Danny. And Danny was sleeping around and getting drunk and doing all those things, and she didn't like Danny. But I don't think that I don't know how she would take the fact that what is coming out of Haley. Oh, she did say in the feeds one night that she might give it up now because she didn't like the way the writers were going. And she named one particular writer, said she thought that was the worst writer. So I believe that she's holding it against the writers now for writing this line for Haley because she really adored Haley. Now, and I never understood. I like Real Talk a lot, but I never understood why you were so supportive as a woman of a person who would come into another woman's house and sleep with her surrogate sister's father, and you don't think that, and you think that she's okay, she's morally okay. I never understood
Maybe
that
it might
part.
not have been that part that she liked. Like I'm saying, for instance, what's the girl named Leslie, right?
Yeah.
I know Leslie ain't worth a doggone, but her character was funny to me sometimes, or just the stuff that she would do. I'd be like, "Ooh, this doggone Leslie," but it don't mean I was riding for what she was doing. So let's hope that maybe, perhaps, what it was is that she liked Haley's personality.
Okay.
Let's hope maybe it was the personality that
You
she
know my
was
new
like.
favorite character though? I
Who?
love Joey's personality. That dude is
Oh,
my new
really?
favorite person. Yeah, Joey that bull. Yeah, Joey that whole dude.
You say you like Joel?
I love Joey right now.
Oh
Mhm.
Lord.
Mm.
Joey and Bill.
I mean,
That's my
Haley
two.
just popped up as a whole new heifer up in here, where she was just like, I can't, and just to find out that she don't even love Bill. What?
Yeah.
She hates him. And you know, it doesn't make any sense as much as he stays in the bed with her. What does she mean, this old man? I don't know.
Bill ain't that
I
old.
doubt most men in their 20s could do, they stay upstairs all the time.
Bill ain't that
Hmm?
old. Bill is not that old.
No, he's
He's
not. But
Well,
I
not.
her.
mean, what does Haley mean when she says this old man, he stays upstairs all the time? That's all
Mm.
they do is go upstairs.
Oh well,
Hmm.
she said she enjoyed that. She said he's good at that.
Yeah, she did say
She told Randy
that was his
yeah, he's
mhm.
good at that. But at the end of the day, he's still an old man to her. Like he's double her age, you know, like well almost. Like he's old enough to be her dad.
Mhm.
So yeah, you definitely look at somebody that's old enough to be your dad as old.
Mhm.
But you know, actually, when they dress up and go out together, they do. They just look like they. I mean, they're not in the same generation, but they don't look like some person that's in a wheelchair almost all wrinkled up. Because Bill is still a good-looking man, and it's one good thing about men. Unfortunately, many times a man is his best looking when he's in his mid-40s. As he goes on up,
Mhm.
he improves, but the woman decreases. But the man
Mhm.
Hmm.
usually, but the man improves.
Okay. I gotta
Yeah, they
get,
do.
but
A
she
lot
ain't
of
had to
men
do
that
him
was
like that. She's
scrawny.
like, I can't stand him. And then she started talking about Caroline like a dog. I'm like, girl, you don't like nobody.
That's why I said it's too extra, man. Come on, ain't no
And she
reason. I'm
ain't
not
gonna
old.
give Smanny. She ain't about to give Smandy none of that money.
That's petty.
Mm-mm. Well, it ain't gonna never come to fruition. I don't think. I would hope not.
I hope not
Mm.
either.
I
But
hope
she
she don't
might
never
find a
be
way
in
to
a
get that
position.
money and get out. She might find a way to just take some money and leave.
Oh
Now
well,
she
that's a
could
whole
do
nother
that.
conversation.
Yeah.
And like I
But she
said,
can
one
do
of them
that.
gonna have to go because this can't go on this way. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like one of them gonna have to lead the show, and I
But you
hope it's
know,
not Bill.
Bill is the main character. I don't, but she's the main character too. I don't think they would kill Bill off. He's got two. He got the Duprees. He's got Joey. All those people he's mixed up with. I don't believe they would kill him off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Haley don't really have nobody except for her cousin now. Like
No, she
that's
has
it.
nobody. And then
Yeah, so she's
Haley,
going to be off the show soon.
Leslie tried to befriend her, but I guess she thought she was too good for Leslie.
Mm-hmm. So what y'all think about Caroline? Do y'all think Caroline got a little something for Bill?
Like I
I
told y'all
believe
last week. Oh, God.
she might have a crush on him, but I don't think she's helping Haley with the
No, she
horse.
ain't happen Haley. But
Yeah, that's what I
but
was about to say
now
too.
I'm wondering, does she have a little something for Bill?
Oh yeah, she might have a crush on him. A
She
lot of
might.
women have crushes on their bosses. She might have a crush on him. I wouldn't be surprised.
I heard you
Now
ran about work husbands and work wives.
Yeah, Elaine says she will be discovered and she will pretend that she really fell for him and con him again. She just might.
No, I can't see that happening.
Oh, it happens.
I can't. No,
Oh,
I didn't say it don't happen. I
It
can't see it
happens.
happening. Not to Bill, not to his character. I
but
can't
see,
see it.
this
He's
is the
too
thing about people like
strong willed for
Bill.
that.
It's just the thing about people like Bill. Bill is so logical and critical minded, but even though he is gone, he's never stopped to look at it because it's happening to him. We would have never thought Bill would have been tricked like this
Mm-hmm.
Why would he be though?
because Bill is so. Look at how critical minded. He does a lot of critical thinking, but she's just wrapped him around her finger.
I mean, it's easy though. Like you got to think about it. So Bill finds himself to be an attractive man. Probably he's
Yeah.
a confident man. He can see all the reason in the world why this young thing would want him.
Oh, okay. I
So at
understand.
that point, it's kind of like, okay, then what do I need to question? She likes me, I like her, she's loving, she's caring. Like I have nothing to worry about. I'm locked in. I
And,
can
and,
definitely see that happening.
and they are a good looking couple. I agree with you there, Vaughn. They are a good looking
Yeah,
couple.
if it was
Mhm.
like if it was off balanced, then I can see like, well, why what she want with me? Like if Bill was like 75 years old and whatever this is like, what does she want with me? But Bill still is feeling himself. He's still in his zone.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I,
he is.
I can definitely see why he would feel as though this 30 something year old would want him. A lot of young women like older dudes.
Mm. Do y'all think that Peaches is really sick?
Yes, Miss Jen, I do. I really
You
think
do?
she's sick.
You
Yes, I do. Absolutely. She's
do?
sick.
What?
She's sick. I don't
No.
think she's putting on an act. There's no reason to put on an act like this. She
No,
already had
no.
she already getting what she wanted. All that
No,
coughing at the
no,
table and different
no.
things of that nature, that wasn't
I be
necessary.
coughing every day. I got sinus issues. I don't. I don't
Some things
believe
she
it.
didn't have to do that to get certain
I
things
don't
you
believe
don't
it.
have to
She
do to
did
get
that
what
to
you
get
want.
out of that nasty meal. She was tired of eating that nasty food down to the
No,
country
no,
club.
Dana was getting on her nerves. It wasn't the
That's what I'm saying.
meal.
She was like, she was like, let me rush you out of here. She was like, yes, let's go.
Yeah, but she even admitted that like she had to put her in the car, you know what I mean, then pull her in
I
the
mean, that's
house
part
and
of the
put her in the
act.
bed. But what do
Listen,
you need to ask for when you're already in?
I'm gonna always tell y'all, you had to go back to the beginning of when that woman came through the door. She came through the door. She was giving it to Dana. You hear me? And then all of a sudden, she straightened up and she was like, "Girl, you got some money coming, child." And I'm
Yeah,
real.
you, you do realize some people relationship is like that. Like you see on TV all the time. Like you might have a give and take with somebody. Well,
Ooh.
da 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 to you and blah 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 to you, and then it's like, well, either way, what's going on? How you been? Like that happens. I've
Mm-mm,
seen that on so
mm-mm,
many
mm-mm.
shows.
See,
It's not even
fact,
funny.
the fact too that character is not really old in real life
Uh
tells
huh.
me that she gonna show up one day. I'm telling y'all in a brand new wig out somewhere partying, and she gonna bump into Leslie, and Leslie gonna be like, "What in the hoop did dop?" But now Elaine said Peaches is faking, but I want her to be trying to con Leslie for sleeping with her man.
Now,
I
somebody
don't.
else also said that another one of the commentators said that Leslie's face was, I guess, looks just as young. Not Leslie, Peach's face looks probably just as young as her daughter's. They think that character was too young to play the mother. But no, notice what they did. They gave her a salt pepper wig. but her face is, you can look at her skin and tell she's got good collagen in her skin. She looks good. So they played her down and gave her that gray wig.
They do that. They did that. They used to do that all the time back in the day, like on the
She gonna bump
on
into
the Jeffersons,
she gonna bump into her
Sanford
somewhere.
and Son.
She gonna bump into her somewhere, I'm telling you, with her real hair hanging out and holding her tongue. I'm telling you now, I'm suspicious by nature. My suspicion is suspicious.
I like Peaches, though.
So,
I wish they would let
mhm.
Peaches play more of a role. I really like her because Peaches put Leslie in her place. You are angry because you could not set. See, she had planned for Nicole to act out in that country club, but when Nicole said, "Well, okay, good luck to you," that was too much. She couldn't take that, and then she started complaining about the salad and all about the kitchen, and her mother told her, "You're angry because you couldn't set the lady off." And she said, "Leslie, money does not make you have class." And she's exactly right. Leslie is outrageous. Whoever heard of anyone going to a country club of that scale with headphones like you wear in a typing class? I mean, you could use the earbuds, and she was in there bopping to the music. People were looking around at her.
Elaine says, well, wait a minute. She says Peaches is in season 2, and I don't think they got in season 2 for her to be one of the bereaved. I don't think so. I think, well, y'all watch, see what I tell you. Peaches about to do her thing.
At the end of the day, some people be sick for like a years. Like some people be chronic for years. So she might not be that bad. We don't know which stage she's at.
What she got?
And they never told us what the terminal illness was.
She ain't got nothing.
Well, if Leslie don't think to ask, then we ain't gonna never find out. We need Leslie to ask.
I know I would have asked. I'd have been like, girl,
That
what
seemed
you
like
got?
that seemed like the
Exactly
first
what is
question.
we
Yeah,
paying for? What is we paying for?
yeah, that just seemed like it should have been a question to ask, but they didn't touch on it.
No, they did not. So it's gonna be interesting to see. All right, y'all. We almost reaching our 3-hour mark. So here's our final thing we gonna cover up in
We ain't
here.
talking
That's
about
the
Tomas.
divorce. Oh, about her breaking the cake maker.
Oh God, please. Oh God.
She done broke that cake maker for a few days anyway.
Mixer is down.
He need a new mixing arm on the. But you can send for them pieces through the Amazon. And she don't have to replace the whole mixer. She can just get a new mixing arm. Put it on there because she done tore that one up.
I thought that was funny. I thought it was a funny scene with her and her brother. I thought that was cute.
That's a shame. I don't know who wrote that, but they need a whooping. I know when he read that, he was like, wait, what? I got to do
And then
what?
you with the red snapper. I was done after that one.
I ain't said that. Somebody else has said that. I think Below had said that. That wasn't none of me. I just re-said it. I was just
you stayed on that for a long time though. I was like,
but I was saying she said it. I didn't say that. She said that. I said, what you said? Lightning Storm said red snapper was hilarious. Walmart got a sale on hand mixers. You know what, Belinda? Belinda, now put your hand up here so I can whoop your little hand. Whoop your little hand. She knows she need to act right. Okay, so the divorce is final. The divorce is finally final. Did we cover this already? Because I know we talked about Ted and her. Did we talk about the divorce already?
Oh yeah, we talked about. Remember, Var talked about Ted acting more like he's trying to save his marriage since the divorce is over.
I thought I had written something else down here about that, but okay, no, that's
what we really talk. I just threw that out there, but we ain't like the divorce. I don't know which angle you're going down right now, though.
No, I thought I had saved this last for the divorce, but I think I started on the divorce is final.
Oh,
because we talked about how Ted didn't work hard enough to get her to keep her and all of that. So yeah, but I am sorry that the divorce is finally final.
Really?
Yeah, I am. I am sorry that it's final because they were such a cute little couple at first. They was.
Like I say, drama first. We don't need them happy, man. We just
don't need what?
we don't need them happy.
Why
You don't need
not?
them happy. Why they can't be happy?
Because we need the drama that Ted can bring and the drama that Nicole is going to bring with Carlton. Like I'd rather have those storylines and see maybe Ted striking something up with June and having Leslie now having to fight June. Than to see Ted and Nicole happy and in bliss. Like that's not giving nothing. That's not entertaining. It's not entertainment.
Okay, so in
But I
looking at
don't want Leslie to get loose on June. June has had mental
June's
issues.
sweet.
Remember, she didn't even remember she had her own
Yeah, we
children at
need
one
that.
point.
Let me ask you this little. I asked you before, and you said you really do get locked in the character. So let me ask you this question: would you like to see the whole cast in perfect harmony? And if not, where would you like to see drama at? Like, from what characters do you like the drama,
Okay,
or do you want everybody to be
Leslie.
happy?
Okay, I don't want to answer your question first. No, I do not believe that a soap opera would ever operate in total harmony. That is foolish for me to even to think that.
No, I'm asking, would you
But
like
I
that?
want to keep my character. I want the best for Eve. I want Eva to have a man who will adore her, and I want her to grow up and to learn how to take care of herself. She's my
Mhm.
favorite younger person. I'm not against Kat and Tomas. I want them to leave Eva alone. They can do whatever they want to do. I'm okay with Kat. Whatever he does to her, she does. I don't care about that. I just
Okay.
want to leave Eva alone. But Leslie could be punished as far as I'm concerned. I don't have a problem with her being punished. Right now, I'm not feeling good toward Naomi. I don't want her punished. She
Mhm.
just is not. She's not doing it for me right now. Um, and as far as Kat, Chelsea, and the doctor go, they can do whatever. I'm not into them. I'm
Me
not into
neither.
them. No.
So you wouldn't care. You wouldn't care if Naomi divorced Jacob. Like that wouldn't hurt you. You wouldn't care about
No,
that.
I wouldn't care if it gave him an opportunity to be free and to find someone who would bear children for him. I would have no problem with that. And I
Okay.
speak that as just from on the show. Now I couldn't speak this in real life in my personal life,
Absolutely.
but I believe. But yes, on the
Yeah.
show, no, I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm. Okay, so coming up, Haley and Leslie seem like they're going to be teaming up. What you think that's going to be about, or do you think
Oh
that they
God.
will?
I don't remember what happened in the previews. What happened with them two?
I think it's
Uh,
gonna be for real because they tried to do that some ages ago, and Haley didn't take the bait. But I think they're gonna work together this time. They're the
mm.
two
I don't
baddest
know.
villains on the show right
What
now.
was they doing in the previews? I don't remember.
They were
Leslie
just
again
sitting
was asking her
looking at
about working together.
Okay, Leslie said, "Let's work together" or something.
Hmm.
and Haley thinks she's better than than Leslie. Can you imagine that she's planning to kill Bill?
Mm.
Oh yeah, she don't need to deal with Leslie. I can understand Haley not dealing with Leslie because she's about to be up out of there in her mind.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take Bill out, you know what I mean? And next week, you know what I mean, he's gonna be gone. They're gonna cut me my insurance check, and I'm gonna be up out of this. She ain't gonna be behind the gates that long. That's her
Haley,
mind. But
Haley's complete continence was different with Leslie. She was sitting there looking at her like, "What is this peasant? This funky woman won't, just and that sweet little Haley is gone when she's not around
Oh
Bill.
yes.
She's just over it. And then, but I'm wondering what it is that Leslie is trying to get. What does Leslie know? What is she overhear? What is she addressing? That she comes to her and says, we should work together.
I
I think
don't know.
Leslie just want an ally. I think she just wants an ally in
And you
any
remember
means
that's
possible.
something that Peaches brought up, Var. Do you remember Peaches telling her you don't have any friends? And that really is
Hmm.
a sign of some kind of a mental issue there when you live around people and there's not one person you could even go to lunch with. That says a
But
lot about
but
who Leslie is.
not really, because the reason why Leslie don't have any friends there is because of the scam that she pulled. But if Leslie never pulled that scam, she would have had two close friends.
Absolutely, absolutely. She did
Yeah.
have two good friends. And remember, Mona said that they met her at church. And of
Uh,
course, a lot of people And at church, we just taught it, we just love it. Well, yeah, we're supposed to love everybody, but I understand that. But sometimes we don't do critical thinking. If your believers don't do critical thinking, just because I am a believer, I'm still able to do critical thinking. I'm still able to size you up. And we don't, we're gullible. People just come along, we feel sorry for anybody, and they got to be real good friends. But what Mona got, and I think Mona's acting a little bit self-righteous, but what she got so angry about, remember when Eva asked them if they could befriend her mama again because her mama doesn't have any friends, and I think you could stop her from doing some of the things she's doing. Mona pointed out to Eva, I cannot do it because she used us to milk us to get information against the Duprees. But Jan said after Mona was gone that she would be willing to talk to Leslie. So they talked about it. And I'm wondering if Jan thinks that Leslie's going to start to treating her to lunch and taking her to places of what was in it for her. But yes, you're right. But those were not true friends, Var. She was using them. They might have been her friend, but she wasn't a friend to them, because when you are a friend to someone, you know that Mona is the administrator of that house. You're making all this information out of her, which she didn't tell you anything that could cost her job. But you don't care anything about her. You would never treat somebody like that you call a friend. I do not believe Leslie has the capacity to be a friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, she can't be nobody's friend. I agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Let me see what else was coming up. Okay. So we already talked about the fight that they about to have.
Can you hear me?
Who?
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
We hear you
Oh,
now.
okay, I'm sorry. My phone had clicked off. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, we
I want
talked
to
about the
comment
fight.
with Miss Lil. Okay, I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
Now, Miss Lil, are you saying that you think that Mona was wrong for turning Eva down for not making friends with Leslie again?
No, I don't think she was wrong.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I do believe that Leslie used them, but I think we have to be careful how we come across. And Mona came across at that point as if, she was just really, really, really so self-righteous. However, she does have a point there. When somebody would use you for you to take information from your employer to give to them, that is not a friend. So I think you're right. She probably did the best thing not to befriend Leslie, but the way she
Hmm.
came off and talked to Eva, it was almost like, to me, it was a little bit of condescending, and that's what I'm talking about. But no,
I
you said
feel as
something.
though she got every right. I would feel as though she got every right to be condescending to Eva. I feel as though, like, Eva's getting too much. I know that's your favorite, but Eva is getting too much of a pass. The
Why
the
is that,
thing that
Var?
she did, because the thing that she did should really be conceived as like unforgivable. Like that was completely foul. Her part that she played, she tag teamed with her mom, and they just linked up and just made a holy mess out of everything. And I'm not saying you got to be angry with her for the rest of her life or different things of that nature, but I don't think nobody owes Eva or her mom any favors. Like, period.
So you think Eva was
Well, that's your
acting
opinion.
on? Well, I'm saying, do you think Eva was acting on knowledge that she had, or Eva was acting on knowledge that was false?
I mean, I'm cool with the fact that
I
she
would
was
say a
acting
little bit
on
of
knowledge
both.
which was false. Yeah, like I'm cool with the fact that it's just the fact that you still had a hand to play in it, and
She
you could
did.
tell me you sorry all
Yes,
day,
she
but
did.
you still cause my trauma. I don't care. Somebody do something to my loved one. You could apologize for it all day long, like drunk drivers and different things of that nature. And at the end of the day, you are the cause for my pain, no
Listen,
matter how much of a stronghold your mom got over you.
listen, my mama told me you hated me.
Huh?
But the position that she was put in is that her mom had told her her dad hated her.
I don't get that, but she realized at a certain point that that was not true. She realized before everything took heed, before the day, she could have canceled it the day before. She could have canceled that party the week prior. She knew offhand, she realized before everything came to a head that her mom was lying. She knew it, but she still chose to
Wait,
go
when did
along
she
with
find
it.
out her mother was lying?
Say that again.
When did she find out her mother was lying?
She found out way before the party. She realized that Ted didn't know anything about her
I
from
hate
the
to say it, but I
conversations that
agree
she
with
was
Var.
having.
She knew.
She came and
No,
told her
Yeah,
mother
she
that. And her
knew.
mother, no, she did come and tell her mother that, and her mother said that's a lie.
yeah,
She
No,
she
she
said, so
didn't.
now you don't believe
she
them
knew
people over
they were
me?
she knew they were nice people,
Right.
but she wasn't lying about the fact that she didn't know her daddy knew that she existed. See, Leslie had led her to believe that Ted deliberately abandoned them and wanted
But
nothing.
she knew before the party that that wasn't the case. That's
No,
why the
she
day
didn't.
of the party, yes, she did. That's why she tried to stop it. She tried to stop her
No,
mom. That's why she was trying.
she knew they were good people and they
Right.
deserved to not have their marriage messed with. But she
Right.
did not know, Ted did not know she existed,
I'm willing to
because
bet she
Ted,
did.
no,
No,
Ted
she didn't.
admitted he did not know that she existed.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She
So,
kept coming to
so
her mother saying is that I don't see these people to be the people that you've described them to me to be. And her mother was like, you gonna believe them or you gonna believe me? Because I'm telling you, he didn't want you, he didn't want nothing to do with you. In fact, he wanted you to be unalived as a child. If it
Mm-hmm.
wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be here. He's done nothing for you. He ain't never gave you nothing. And look how he loving on them other children. He ain't never done none of that for you. And now you gonna side with them people over me?
but that did not change her mind. Eva knew what she was doing was wrong. So despite whatever, she knew she wasn't the same Eva coming into the scam as she was when the scam ended. She was
Elaine.
not the same. Huh?
Somebody said, I can barely hear Bobby Wobbly. Bobby Wobbly ain't talking. Who you talking about? You talking about VAR? Go ahead, Jack.
Y'all hear me
Go
clear?
ahead, VAR. They said they can barely hear you. Go ahead. Let me see if I can adjust your mic while you're talking. But go ahead.
Hey, no, I was saying like Eva wasn't the same person coming into the scam as she was leaving the scam. She knew the whole time that her mom was lying to her, whether it was the fact of being winning or not. She knew that her mom was lying,
She
but she
knew that
still
she knew that her mom was lying about his being a terrible person. She found that out. She
yes,
started to fall in love with Nicole and with her mom,
yes.
but
So
she
at
did
that
not
point,
know. Her father still did not know she existed.
yeah, that's cool.
Remember, Bill told her to get out of town or he would
Got
have
you.
the baby snatched. So Ted had no idea that she existed, but Leslie told her. Ted didn't want anything to do with her, like Miss
I,
Jen
I,
said, and she still accepted that.
Yes, I understand that, but that wasn't, she didn't have vitriol because of that. She didn't have disdain because of that. She realized that, hey, these people are good people. And what my mom been lying about, my mom been telling me that they wasn't, it was a lie. She knew that was the case before the anniversary party. She didn't even want to do the anniversary party, but she did it to please her mom. She kept doing things to please her mom. Eva has to take some kind of blame in this situation because she knew better. She knew right from wrong. If it was the same Eva at the beginning who just really thought that these people was evil and cruel and mean and blah blah blah, I can understand that. But no, Eva realized a little bit of time in that these people were good people, and she still went along with it. She is culpable for that. You
Listen, here,
cannot take the blame off of her.
let me say this. I really want to see Eva grow separate away from her mother. I really
I
do.
do
I want to
too.
see
I
her
do.
standing up.
Absolutely.
I really want to see that happen to her. But there are people, and and I'm gonna tell you something. I've experienced this a few times in life. There are people who will position themselves in your space to talk smack about you just so that they seem believable. And here's what I mean. Well, you know that's her friend. Well, you know that's her friend. They've been friends for 5 years, so I believe she said it. I believe she did it because that's her friend. Some people will put themselves in position to look like they're your friend, act like they're your friend, so
That's
that they can
right.
be believable to people when they go out and try to cut your neck with some
Yeah.
foolishness. And
Hmm.
I'm telling you, I've experienced that a few times. And yet it looks believable because of the person who's talking.
My point
And
is
that's
though,
and that's what
Eva
they
didn't
believe
believe
her.
it.
But hold on. But Eva from a kid, like I'm not saying this to give her no pass. Eva from a kid has been conditioned to believe that Ted cared nothing about her, that he hated her, that he wanted her not alive, that he chased her mama out of town. This man
Mhm.
has done nothing but do me dog dirty. He's done me nothing but dog dirty all my life. And he did the same thing to you. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna ride down there, we're gonna give him
Yeah,
back
that
some of
makes sense.
so I'm saying
Everything that
this is what Leslie did to her. But now here's what I hope for Eva, the character for Eva. I really want to see Eva stand right where she is because she's finally starting to be like, Mama, you can't be doing that. Mama, that's crazy.
mhm.
You're not about to blah,
But
blah, blah. I even think she's in a position now where Leslie can't control her with saying, well, I'll disappear on you because that's another game she played with her. Well, you go over there and side with them. I will cut you off and you're going to be left out here by yourself, which is going to leave Eva to make some really stupid connections with people because Eva's not connected to anybody but her mama. You have to understand, this is all she got is a mama. That's
everything
all
that you
she
say
got.
make everything that you're saying makes sense. It completely does. But like I said, the day before the party, Eva knew the real deal. The day of the party, Eva knew
But
the
I'm
real
still saying
deal.
you want Eva
So
to
so
have more
the
allegiance to
BS that
somebody
she
she
tried to
don't know
pull.
than to her mama.
Let me say this real quick. The BS that she tried to pull at the end by locking her mom in the bedroom, blah blah blah. All that was BS. What she should have did, she should have pulled Ted and Nicole to the side and broke it down there. She should have just gripped them up, pulled them to the side, and broke it down there. She should have told them the day before. If Eva still harvests that anger inside of her that her mom put inside of her about her dad, I could completely understand it if she her doing what she did, but she didn't have that anger no more. That was gone. It was wiped away.
But she
That's why
still
she
has
tried to stop
a
it.
connection to her mama.
That's why she tried to stop it though, Miss
And
Jen.
in two,
She
but in
tried to
two
stop it
months,
because she
she ain't got
realized that
more
her
elite.
huh?
In 2 months, she's not gonna have more connection to them than she is her
But she
crazy
tried to,
mama.
but Miss Jen, she locked her mom in the bath in the room. Miss
Oh,
Jen, she tried to stop it the day of. She turned on her mom the day of. What I'm saying to you is, she had no new information the day before. She could have
but
did
I'm
it the
saying,
day before,
have you ever turned on your mama?
huh?
Have you ever turned
Have
on
I
your
turned?
mama?
Yeah, I did.
How
Yes, I
easy
did.
was that?
Very.
So it only took you one day to decide to turn on her?
It took one incident to have me turn on her.
It took one incident.
One incident to have me turn on her.
So
I
she
was
had
young.
never
I'll tell a
showed
personal story.
she had never showed no signs of whatever it is she did up until that one day.
No, no.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
okay.
I'll tell a story. Like, it was a situation. I had like traffic warrants or something like that. Me and my brother got into a fight. You know what I mean? And my mom called the cops knowing that I had these warrants. And we told her not to call the cops. She charged that she called the cops anyway. And I did not like that. So yeah, I had some issues with her for a while. Like, I didn't talk to my mom really for like a year or so after that.
Mhm.
Like, I don't deal with that type stuff. Like, you get cut off. But like I said, the thing with Eva though, she knew the day
When your
prior
mama
that her mom
called
was
the people,
wrong.
called the people
Say that
because you
again.
was did she call the people because you was out there fighting and carrying on?
Me and my brother was fighting. We was in the
When
house
she
fighting.
told you to stop tearing up her stuff and sit down somewhere, did you do that?
No,
So she
no, we
should have
didn't.
got in the middle of that and possibly got hit or watched her stuff continue to get
I don't
tore
get
up
in the
because you
middle.
wasn't
Let
ready.
it play out.
In my house, well, who house?
Let it
Who
play
house?
out. Now we was in her grandma's house. My grandma was telling her not to call the cops, but she could have let it play out. That's how I
She
feel. But
just let y'all kept fighting.
yeah, let it play out. Fights in. You fight, you know what I mean? You get over it and that's it. We wasn't breaking up nothing. It wasn't even that deep. It was like tussling or whatever. But at the end of the day, no, I don't believe that should have been done. And she was told not to call the cops, but she called them anyway. So I
Mm,
didn't appreciate that. And
mm,
listen, at the end of the day, we're responsible for our own choices.
hmm.
And that's just how I see it. And I don't see Eva as being a blind individual to right and wrong. If she was really delusional about right and wrong, like she was at the beginning when her mom told her that Ted was this evil character or whatever, like I said, I could understand everything that she did after that point. But once she realized that Ted and Nicole was really good people and she knew it for herself, and she still chose to listen to her mom, yes, you got a large part to play in this. And you
Well,
should not be forgiven that easily
Var,
because she knew right from wrong.
I'd like to say something, Var. From a criminal point of view, if you were in court, everything you said would be admissible. It is 100% right. But Miss Jen has told you guys over and over and over. That's why I'm not doing any talking about it. When people have been socialized up under a narcissist, they can clearly, critically know what you're saying, but that hole is over them. And her mother has that hole over her emotionally. She's in chains. She's not free. Yes, if I look at it from your point of view, she is not in chains. She's physically loose and she knows that she knows what she's doing is wrong. I agree with you 100%. But when someone has an emotional chain over you, you're chained up into their way of looking at life. You're
Where was
not.
those chains the day of the party though? Where was
I
those
don't
chains
think
the
I
day of
don't
the party?
I think it had been pushed too far that time, and then she thought this is the last minute. I can't go through with this. But yes, I don't deny the fact that Eva knows all of this information is not right. You know, she knows it's not right because when Ted told her someone pulled a fire alarm, right away she went over there to confront Leslie because she knew it was her. But you got to realize Leslie is all she has. Nobody in the town has really befriended her. I think Martin would be her friend. Now he was the one that was decent to her. Danny's kids don't pay any attention to her because they don't even consider her a part of them. I don't guess. I don't know. So she's 100% totally dependent upon her mom for emotional support. She has her own job. She doesn't need it for money now. Just like an abused housewife is codependent with her husband. That was one of the hardest things for me to understand when I was in college. How you could be codependent upon someone who's breaking your arm, blacking your eye, and yet you get into a shelter and you will break the rules to call him and you would say, well, he won't have anybody fix his lunch. You see,
Mhm.
you something is wrong with it. I never could. That didn't make any kind of sense to me. You could go back, then he could kill you. But she's still codependency is real. And I don't expect for you, Var, to understand it. And that's why I
No,
won't.
that's a very valid point. No, that's a very I hear what you're saying wholeheartedly. Like that's a very valid point, and I completely agree. My only mental, like I said, I can understand her mom really being the puppet master. I can understand that completely. My only problem comes in the fact that Eva knew the day of the party and the day before the party, and probably like a week leading up to the party, that all this was wrong. And the fact that she still chose to do it anyway, it gotta just be on her. She knew it was wrong. She knew it. Her mom having a hold on her, I get it. And if she was just doing this stuff blindly, that I couldn't say too much about it. Like poor Eva. But the fact that she knows right from wrong and she knew it way before the party, that's where I'm like, okay, she could have said something to these people, and she didn't even want to plan the party. That's how far along it was. Like she knew her mom was off before she even started planning the party because she tried to get out of planning the party. But she knew at the
No,
time
it's
it was
not. It's not
wrong.
that she knew she was off. What she knew was, I don't find these people to be the people who you keep
And
telling me.
that's your mom being off on her opinion of these people. Like you're trying to tell me that
No,
these people are bad.
but you want Eva to operate from a whole set of skills that she don't have.
That's right.
She don't have the skills that she needs to make
Apparently,
love.
she had those skills
She
the day
ain't
of the
cat.
party because she
Wait a
shut
minute.
it down.
She ain't. Okay, but Bar, even still, this character would have to say to herself, "Okay, if I do it, my mama gonna be mad, and if my mama
Yep.
mad, she says she gonna cut me off, and if I'm
Yep. What
cut
she
off,
did.
who I'm gonna have then?" And then Ted and them gonna know what happened. I mean, that's got to be something to have to really work your way through. And then she
Got
did
you, but
go
she bucked
out
up
and
enough to lock her in the room.
but
She
okay,
bucked up
but she,
enough to lock her down.
that's a she final did it thing. And even still,
That's
she
why
still can't.
I
Let me
stopped
tell you something.
discussing.
Her mama giving her that apartment is gonna come back to bite her in the behind too. I
Okay,
can see what I tell
okay.
you.
hmm See, that's
I thought that was a
because
sweet
people
gesture
like
on Leslie's part.
Leslie.
It's gonna come
They
back to bite on
Leslie.
the behind. Remember, I said that.
Yes, you said that before. See, Leslie is the kind of a person that if she gets angry with you and you don't do things her way, now you verbally attacked Nicole. But you're gonna have a fit on the man in the kitchen about the salad because you could not make Nicole come out of her lady bourgeois personality and scream at you. She said to you, "Good luck." And even Peaches was smart enough to understand your anger is because you couldn't set that lady off. And she explained to her, nothing is wrong with this salad. It's your anger. And she said to her, money will not buy class.
You have to remember that Leslie is very calculating, right? So when Leslie chooses to snatch this rug from under Eva, it's going to be at a very calculated time. It's not just going to be get out. You can't have the apartment no more. It's either going to be that she done set her up like she doesn't want her and Kat to have no relationship. So she over there talking about, go after Tomas, go after him, because she wants to still make sure that she's not good with Kat, who will then make her not really be good with Nicole, which could affect her relationship with Ted. This is what her mama wants, because when I snatch this rug from under you again, you're going to learn, little girl, to never go against me again, or you're going to be left in the cold. Nothing and no more. That's her plan. Do you see she pushing this girl to maybe even get knocked up like she did?
Now, see, the thing about it with Kat, I really,
I can't buy that.
I don't have a problem with her with Eva not wanting to be friends with Kat, but she needs to leave Kat Tomas alone. Leave all that alone, because Kat has been so demeaning and so mean to her. But I agree with Miss Jen, when you isolate your victim. A married man will do that many times.
He's not trying to isolate her, though.
He stopped. Well, listen, when she's not isolating her like you think of isolation as being locked in a room.
No, I'm not even thinking of that part.
Emotionally,
I'm talking about
she's isolating because look at that. What mother in her right mind, even if you believe in having an affair before marriage, would send her beautiful daughter to have an affair with a man that you know is already sleeping with someone?
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Y'all talking about, like, she actually was trying to push her to Tomas and trying to get Tomas to be with Eva. That she set up with she's talking to Tomas. She's trying to talk him into being with her. I don't think she's trying to isolate Eva at all. I think she was telling Eva to go for what she want. I think she was telling Eva to take the gloves off when it come to Cat.
Let's just say,
But she wanted Eva to have a dude. She wanted Eva to have Tomas.
Let's say the first part of what you're saying, we won't deal with it. But the second part of it, you know, this man is sleeping with another woman. Do you not think your daughter deserves better than that?
I think we went through this a couple weeks ago, and like I said then, and I'm gonna say it now. I think my daughter deserves what she want, as long as it's not going to be unhealthy for her. If she finds as though Tomas,
he's sleeping with your half sister.
That half sister stuff, it's whatever at that point, because they don't have a relationship. If she feel as though Tomas, Eva feel as though Tomas was a fit for her. She really liked Tomas. She was into him as a friend. She wanted to be more than just friends. She liked him as a person completely. So therefore, that is what Eva wanted. Tomas, despite what y'all say, I think Tomas was a nice guy. You know what I mean? He's an established dude and everything else. And yes, he would make a good dude for Eva. So I don't see anything wrong with, hey, listen, if you feel as though you got a shot, go for what you want. Period. If you don't get them, you don't get them. You don't have to worry about ruining a relationship with Kat, because Kat don't want a relationship with you anyway.
No, I'm not. I know Kat doesn't want a relationship with her, but I don't think you and I are seeing out of the same mirror. I'm talking about the morality of the thing. No, Kat, we're not trying to protect Kat. No, we're not trying to protect Kat. But what I am saying, the morality of the thing, you deserve a man who desires you and wants you and will learn to love you and respect you for Eva, not that somebody else's crumbs that they leave all, they jumped out.
But do you think Tomas desires Eva? Do you think that Tomas desired Eva?
I think physically he did desire Eva, and I also agree with you on this. if the situation was different, I believe that he would have dated Eva and they could have been a good couple. However, listen to me and let me finish this. Eva cannot go with him where he's planning to go. He's already announced that his goal is to become a senior partner. When you become a senior partner, you're going to have a clientele of high incomes. Cat is going to fit into that category. She now they both Eve is beautiful.
Eva can fit in too.
Cat is an attractive girl. There's nothing wrong with that. But
No, Eva can't.
besides the looks, Cat will know the wardrobe. She will know how to take his clients' wives out and give them a good day. She will be the kind of a woman that Danny was to her Uncle Bill. And Eva was not socialized in that society.
But do you not agree that people can become that? You don't always
They
have to be.
can,
You don't have to
but
always
that
come
ain't how
from
you get it
money
done.
to become
They
money.
Yeah, you
that
can
ain't
do
how it's
that if
done.
your husband wants
That
to
ain't how it's
socialize
done.
you.
Let me
There's
tell you
some
something.
men that have married women and they've trained them how to be their wives. But that's a lot of work, Va. Yes, you can do that, but
Let me
I
tell
don't
you
see the
something. That
problem
ain't
with
that.
doing
Let me tell you something, Var. Now this is the truth now, because I done stood in enough of these circles with these people to tell you this. So were your children a part of Jack and Jill? Were you a part of Boulay? Did you come out? Well, what college did you go to? What did you pledge? Where is she working?
But
What clubs were you in? Were
see,
you a
that's later
part of
on.
this and that? I'm just telling you, this stuff
No, I
is
got you, but
for
see, that's
real.
later on. That's later on in life. Okay, so even
No,
if
no, no.
Tomas
This
get
ain't no
together, right?
later on. This ain't no
No,
later on
hear
in
me out.
life.
They neither one of them have kids, right? Not right now. They don't have any kids,
Mhm,
right?
mhm,
So even Tomas get together now. They both what 26 years old, something like that. They both kind of young.
mhm.
All right, cool. So right now, no, they don't have that. But guess what? 5 years from now, Eva and Tomas got a kid. Yes, their kid is in a particular
No,
school,
that ain't what I
a
said.
high brass
That's
school.
not what I said. What
Go
I'm
ahead.
telling you is that somebody in the conversation, when you in the room with these people, need to have
Mhm.
the correct answers and connections, because this is just how they play.
Well, at the
So
beginning, they could be stumbling.
even if we're talking about Eva and Tomas, so were you a part of Jack and Jill, or
No,
what sorority did you pledge? Oh, you
didn't.
didn't. Oh,
Yeah, you a
baby,
little
they
snooty
through
at the
talking to
beginning.
you, Bar. They through talking to you.
I got you. Listen, at the beginning, it could be a rough start, but you do. I mean, come on. If even Tomas is together for the
He
next
don't
10
want to go up
years,
the rough side of the
if
mountain.
even Tomas together for the next 10 years, you don't think she could grow into that part? Eva is intelligent. She
He don't
seems
want
smart.
to go
I
up the
think
rough
she could
side
grow
of
into that
the
part.
mountain. He don't want to go up the rough side of the mountain. He wants a woman for which he can, as when Bill was saying that I got a
See,
chance
I
to
don't
shake
believe that part
hands.
neither. We all
Listen,
disagree on
you
that one.
remember when Bill said that being with Danny allowed him to shake hands and be seen in the rooms and get nods from these people? This is how things are done in that
What about
part
the
of that
lawyers that
world.
get it from the muscle though? Like, let me ask you this question, right? What about the lawyers and the doctors who get it from the muscle, meaning self-made? They came from the hood, but they got their weight up, they got their money together. They now are multi millionaires, and they still with the same woman that they was with when they was in college or whatnot. That woman has not been
When they
socialized.
was in
They
what?
don't come from a
Wait, when
particular
they was in
area,
what?
but
Wait, when
they
they was
still
in
can get
what?
accepted. Huh?
Wait, you said when they was
College
in
or
where?
even high school. I just said college, but it could be high school.
Did Eva go to college?
I have
No,
no
I don't
clue. I
think
don't know if she did any classes.
So
They never
it's
spoke on
not
it.
that it's impossible, but it's much harder. And he done said that he wants to be on the fast track to
that's
get to partner. And he is not gonna get there with somebody like Eva.
and the thing
Yeah,
about it is that
I don't see why he wouldn't.
yeah, but Va, just stop and think about it. Stop and think about it. If you measure the girls, Eva by 100% is the best looking. But when you look at Kat, she's a good looking woman. But
That's
besides
beautiful.
Kat being
I don't
good
know.
looking,
That's up for interpretation.
what we're trying to tell you is that Kat has been socialized to be snobbish. She's been socialized to live in that society. She's been socialized in how to be able to take those snobs and put them in their places. So she can navigate in a room that Eva could never navigate in. Eva's looks will get her so far, and Eva's a sweet girl.
Mhm.
But if what you're talking about is waiting to teach a woman how to be your wife, Tomas is not talking about teaching someone how to be his wife. I believe he wants someone who is already there, will walk up with him. They'll hold hands together and walk up together. And definitely, Cat is not my favorite person, but definitely 100% Cat could live in that world.
Especially with a writing
I
takers.
was married into a part of a family that was like this. This is why I'm telling you what I know, what I'm telling you. God, they get-togethers were sometimes very dry. Because the whole conversations would be about, I'm the CEO of, and I'm the CFO of, and I was dating so and so, she knows she models for, and I'm the head of such and so. Remember when I said, I recently got my doctorate? Well, and then they would turn to me and go, and what do you do again, dear?
See?
Oh, I work in retail. Oh.
See, I see, and
It was
we
so
going to have to agree.
documented.
We gonna have to agree to disagree because I don't believe Tomas is just in it for Kat's name. I don't believe he's in it just for her status. I really believe
It
that
may
he
not
likes
solely
Kat.
be for
So
that.
we'll see where the writing
Just
take
like I
us.
think Bill really did like Danny. He did. But part of a lot of why he chose Danny is because it made it easier for him to get where he was trying to go.
We'll see. And if Tomas' character is that person, I'm not going to be like the woman that y'all talk about who left the show because they didn't like the direction. I'm gonna stand in it, and I'm still gonna come back. But I don't believe that the writing's going to take us there. I believe Tomas really likes Cat for Cat, and not for her standing in life. But that's an
Cat
opinion
is
based type
beautiful.
situation.
There's not a reason for him to cat. He happens to be getting with a girl who's beautiful. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's just the Dupree man.
these kind of deals in higher up areas of life are made all the time where people are going to put themselves in position to get what they want. So, like, for instance, even though Kat comes from a rich family, Kat also needs to align herself with somebody who is going to be going in places where she needs to go. It's not enough just for her to be a Dupree. She needs to marry well.
That's
And
right.
that's why
So she
I
needs
had
to
a
get her a
problem
man
with
who
the
will
lady
be a
last week, the woman last week, who tried to say, what does Tomas have to bring to the table? Tomas has a lot to bring to the table. Like,
not
he
no
has a
mess.
lot to bring. Huh?
He got potential.
He got potential and he got a lot to bring to the table. He's already got stuff that he's set up in. He's already set up as a lawyer. Like, that's a big leap right there. He's already set up in his profession. You know what I mean? He bringing the same thing other than the name.
But
That's it.
names are sometimes more important than what you got.
Absolutely. I can see where it could be, but I don't think in this case it is.
Mm. In the height of the days of Denzel Washington, if you had been able to come to something and say, Denzel's my cousin, or you can go in there and say the janitor's your cousin. Being Denzel's cousin is going to get you a lot further through the party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm not saying it don't.
Yeah.
But see, at the
You're
end
not
of the day, he's
using your
still with
cousin
Bill's
to
firm though. So the
utilize
name don't mean
like
nothing right
you
now.
do. Uh-huh.
He wanna make partner in Bill's firm. So the Dupree name don't really mean too much right now, I don't think.
Yes, it does, because Bill loved them Duprees. He does. Bill loved them Duprees.
I
Mm-hmm.
think Bill loves
It's,
work
it's,
and
it's,
talent more than that though.
it's all going to be interesting to watch unfold. You know what I'm saying? Even though Elaine be like, y'all are just taking up for that Eva. I can't take it. And I'm like, I am not taking Eva. I just understand the fact of why this character is written the way that she is.
That's one of the reasons why I stopped taking part in the conversations about Eva, because after you did the research and then you read and told them, the people online, what the research said, what is it like for a daughter to be raised by a narcissist mother, and they still couldn't hear it. What is it? B Mommy and Elaine, they were just totally, they closed their ears. They were not going to hear anything you were
They
saying.
don't have to.
So,
They don't have
so I
to.
just made up in my mind, just leave it be.
Let me
I
ask both of y'all. If
I
Eva
can't.
did what she did to y'all, and y'all know that her whole background and being raised by a narcissist mom and all that other stuff, would y'all be that forgiving to her
You
if
asking
she
this
did
in
the
my
same thing
But
that she
now,
did to them?
far.
I'm
Look
saying
at
you asking this in
what
my
Nicole said. Dr. Nicole said to her,
right.
she's not angry with her, and she said, "I find myself forgiving you."
Because
And
you
she
I
are
get
said,
what she's saying. I'm
you
asking y'all what y'all would say. I
I'm
get what
talking about
Dr. Nicole said.
my
Yeah,
personality and how
yeah.
I
I want to know your personal opinions.
100% I would, because I am that type of person to take a look
Okay.
at things and look at people
Then
and
I
say,
get where
you
y'all
know
coming
what?
from completely.
Then I would be like, you know what, this girl was raised like this and that. I'd be willing to give her another chance. Now,
Okay.
at the same time, let me tell you something. At the same time, knowing that she's still connected to her mama, I would distance myself from her son, because I know she still got a hold on you. And you may never,
Hmm.
I know that this person may never be free from that hold. So,
May
but that
never
doesn't
be.
mean I couldn't be kind to her. I wouldn't be nice to her,
I
because I
would,
realize this
Gotcha.
child is a victim. That's the way I would look at
that's
her.
right.
Gotcha. So I totally understand where y'all coming from. Me
Yeah.
personally, no. I'm a strong fan of responsibility. Take responsibility for what you did. And part of that comes from me not dealing with you, because what you did was super foul. And I don't care what kind of hold your mom got on you. Get out of that hold, and hopefully you can find a better life
You
somewhere
first
else.
have to
Just
know
not
that
in mine.
she has a, now she may see her mother for what it is, but she may not realize yet the hold her mother has on her. What she's gonna need is a lot of years of therapy.
Yes, yes,
She's gonna need a lot of years of
absolutely,
therapy.
absolutely. And she needs some mentors who are mentally healthy, physically and spiritually healthy. So, because as she's going through her journey, she needs to see somebody else playing out.
Which her
Who
mama
needs to
is
be a
trying
help.
to make sure she never gets. Seriously now.
Like, how could y'all really think she's trying to
Did
hold?
you ever watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, Var?
No, 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 no.
Okay, I was gonna say one of the husbands on there, Marceau, in my opinion, systematically makes sure that his wife is never around any mentally healthy women, strong-minded women, because he wants to keep her weak-minded.
That's right.
I get
Look,
that.
baby, don't listen to them talking about me cheating. Yeah, I cheat all the time. Just listen to what they saying. You can be miserable with them. You know, she ain't got no man. Listen to her if you want.
Hmm.
Listen to her, you're gonna be lonely just like her. You're gonna be lonely
That's
just
a
like
good
her.
point.
You know what
That's a
I'm
good
saying?
point.
But he is a cheater.
No, I get it. You're making a valid point.
Yeah.
If
But
I
so
was a cheater, I would love it. I would do the same thing.
every season a woman show up that either got some sense or that he knows got some married to a man that know about the running that he doing because they was running together. The first thing
Mhm.
he gonna do is separate his wife from that woman, because I don't want you talking to my wife.
And thus he should.
You know what he did? Let me tell you something I watched them do one time. Wait, I disagree, Miss Jen. Sorry, I don't think Marceau says that. Girl, girl.
Oh, no, yeah, yeah,
It
you got to do
started with,
another
no,
channel, huh?
let me go through a quick one. It started with Melanie. The first time she came to pick Tisha up to take her to that mixer for her to go get back in business. And he said, baby, I don't want you out here working. I don't want that. Okay, then what happened was they went out to eat. And then Tisha said something slick to her like, Melanie's husband was cheating. And Melanie said, and how you know yours not? Because, you know, evidently her husband been talking to her too, telling her the tea. She came home and told Marceau that. Marceau was like, I don't want you hanging with her no more.
Thus he should.
Wait, no, he didn't want to hang with her no more because he knew that this girl knew the truth about what he was doing, because him and her husband was doing dirt together.
Exactly. You got to
So, no, I
respect
don't
that.
want you hanging with her no more. Don't hang with her no more. Okay, so then here come the next person in. I don't want you talking to her. Don't talk to her. Any woman that's got any kind of sense, so they could say, girl, whatever. But let me tell you something Marceau did that I will forever be like, that player, you know you something else. You know you something else. Okay. Marceau convinced his wife to let him go to Africa by himself because he was depressed.
Oh, you got to respect that.
I said, this player game is strong. Do you understand
Yeah, you
me?
got to respect that. You got to respect that.
Strong. Do you understand me? Strong. That player went to, and the thing was, she had been asking him to take the family over there. And he said, no, I need to go. And I said to myself, whoever he messing with, she said to him, I want to go somewhere where we ain't got to look over our shoulder and it's just you and me. And you either make this trip happen or it's over. And he made the trip happen. And even though people was like, girl, you believe, girl, she was like, I believe him. If he said that's what he needed, that's what he needed. I was like, girl, he got the right one, girl. He got the right one. Because, baby, when his plane landed, I'd already been there.
Now, the thing is, I'm sure, like, when you watch the reality show, I'm sure she sees, like, the last season. I'll be wondering how much of that stuff is real and how much is
But
just
with
put
these
on.
people, it's not, because offline, after the show, all of that,
Because you
she
can't put
literally
nothing over
knew.
on your wife while it's all being filmed. Like, you
Yes,
can't
you
really
can.
get one over.
Yes, you can.
I guess
Because of
unless you don't watch the show.
him going to what you call happen after they stopped filming for the season.
Okay.
And what was really funny is that it came out of the blue. And then he said, you know what? I'm depressed. And I just need to go make a trip over to Africa by myself. I got to go over
Yeah,
there
I
by
respect that. I
I was
respect
like,
that.
now this player game is strong. You understand
It
me? But I
is.
really mean this. When his plane I would have been the one that took you to the airport, and my plane would have been landing before yours. It would have. I'd have been right there when you got off that plane. You and whoever just got off this plane with you.
Can you tie that into the Leslie situation, how with Tomas? Because she tried to, she's not trying to isolate Eva, I don't believe, because she tried to get Tomas to get back with Eva.
Eva is already isolated. Eva has always been
So what do you
isolated.
think about her trying to talk to Tomas, trying to have him get
What do I
back
think
with her
about
daughter?
her mother trying to push her into getting back with
No,
Tomas?
push him. No, trying to push him to her. She went to Tomas. I don't know if you was watching it that week. She went to Tomas
Oh, to
and
his
was
office.
trying to get to, huh?
You mean to his office?
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to Tomas to
Two
talk him
things.
in
Two
to
things.
getting back with
I think
Eva.
number one that she wants Eva to live the same existence she did with a man that didn't want her and chose somebody else, because
So
that's
what
how
was her purpose? You're not
because
answering it. Though.
that's
What is her
how
purpose of going to the
narcissistic
office?
mamas, because that's what narcissistic mothers can do.
You gotta
I
give me.
want
You
to
gotta give me
ruin your
something.
life. I want to ruin your life.
Uh-huh.
I want you to live the same sad existence I did.
She's pushing him. Hold on.
But
It's
they
one
never
thing for her.
want their daughters to be better than them, Bob.
No, that's
But
what
hold
the
on.
idea.
Hold on. Hear me out. It's one thing for her to push her Eva into Tomas. It's another thing for her to go to Tomas and try to push Tomas into Eva. She is trying to talk Tomas into dating her daughter. She wants Tomas for
Now
Eva.
he's dating
She
her
was going there
sister.
telling how sweet she was and how he's making a bad mistake and different
And
things of that
you know
nature.
what it would mean if they got together? If they were to actually get together, then this means that Eva would forever be hated by the Duprees.
No, I don't
I
think
hadn't
so.
thought about that.
No,
That
it would
makes
be Cat, but who cares? They already hate her
No, it
forever.
wouldn't be
It
Cat.
seemed like it's
It would
forever,
be all of them would hate her forever.
but they already do.
But now we will hate you
And
forever
then
for
the fact
sure.
that Eva already betted him and everything, like it's still already out there. Like Eva already done made the move against the Duprees, if you want to put it that way, by even taking Tomas to
But
bed.
Cat forgave him and took him back. But what if they were to really
It,
get together, have a
but you,
baby? What if they end up having a
it'll
baby
be
and
the
then she got to deal
same
with that?
situation. Yeah, but it'll still be the same situation. And who cares about the Duprees? She's
Yes,
with
somebody gets
Tomas. She's married with Tomas, and now she has kids with Tomas. Like, what the Duprees don't like him anyway. They not trying to deal with Ted, and they darn sure ain't trying to deal with Eva. They told Eva to her grill, "You will never be a Dupree.
If you
Like, we
ever
don't want nothing
decide
to do with you."
if you ever decide to go down the rabbit hole of narcissistic people, it's evil.
So she want Eva to get with Tomas for evil purposes.
If you ever
Okay.
decide, forget the show. If you
But
ever
but
decide to go
Var,
down the rabbit
you're
hole
not
of
listening.
narcissist
She
folk,
doesn't want.
it's
She
evil.
does not want Eva to have any emotional, social, or
Mm-mm,
psychological support with
mm-mm.
her,
Why
but
was she
her.
trying to talk Tomas
But
into
her.
getting with her then? Y'all not
To
answering
free
that.
But,
up
If
her
but
that's the
life.
that's
case,
not even
hold on.
healthy. What
Hold on.
mother would?
If
What
that's the
mother would
case,
ask her
I
daughter?
don't care if
Screw
it's
up her
healthy or
life.
not. Hold on real quick. I don't care if it's healthy or not. Explain to me why was she trying to convince Tomas to date her daughter? That's
So
all
To
I
she
wanted to
screw
know.
up
can
her
keep
life.
she can keep a problem between the Duprees and her as long as she's messing with Tomas. Then the people on the
Yeah,
other side, even Ted might one day even turn on her because
I
Cat
can't buy it.
is their baby girl.
Okay, so
The problem's already
here's what
there.
I say, because I like to pre-say stuff. So let me just pre-say this. If
Mm.
Eva ends up pregnant, Leslie's gonna be rejoiceful. Leslie's gonna be ecstatic. Leslie's gonna be like, "Oh, girl, this is the best thing since sliced bread," because
I get that.
Leslie knows that I just signed your certificate to live my life the rest of your
Mm-hmm,
days, and you will never be better than me. You can never say what I did with
mm-hmm.
your daddy,
But
and
all of that,
she's gonna be the one that will have orchestrated it.
I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
say this one more time. All of that negates the fact that she wanted Tomas to be with Eva. She
For
was
what though?
pushing him
Answer your own question.
heavily.
For what?
Hold on.
For what reason do
If
you think?
Leslie would have got her way, let's pause for a second. If Leslie was to get her way in that moment, right? Tomas would have said, "You know what, Miss Leslie, you are right. I'm going to take your daughter now and I'm going to be with her." And if Tomas did that and him and Eva ended up getting married and having kids, then how is that Leslie isolating the situation? She's not isolating Eva by pushing her to a man. If anything, I would try to keep Eva away from Tomas.
Okay, now wait.
And
I'm
I
gonna tell you
darn
something.
sure wouldn't go to Tomas and try
Listen
to
to this.
convince him to date
Listen
my
to this.
daughter.
Listen to this. I just asked Google a question. This was a question, and I ain't even read the answer yet. Right?
Yeah,
I said, Google, why would a narcissist push their daughter to marry the wrong guy? And here's what it says: a narcissistic mother
you
may
said
want
wrong
her
guy.
daughter. Hmm?
I said you said wrong guy, but go ahead. I'll take
Wrong
the
guy. Okay,
information.
I'm just saying wrong guy. A narcissistic mother may want her daughter to date the wrong guy as a way to maintain control,
Mm-hmm.
boost her ego, and sabotage her daughter's
Mm-hmm.
independence and happiness.
And then I
By
say,
interfering in her daughter's relationships, the mother keeps focus on herself and
uh-huh.
ensures her daughter remains dependent on her. Now
Absolutely.
that's what Google said.
Now I can
The
get that on
same
that
thing
side.
you've been
For
saying
one,
all night.
it's a couple things to that. For one, I don't think Tomas is the wrong guy. And for two, I don't think that was her ulterior motive. I really think that she was trying to get Eva. She wanted Eva to be with him because Eva really likes him. I really think that's the case. So I don't think Tomas is the wrong guy. Now, if the mom was trying to get her to be with
And why
somebody that
didn't
was
she want Tomas
abusive
for her at
or
first if she
whatever, I
told her
get
that
that.
you could never get Tomas? If that's the case, why didn't she want Tomas for her in the beginning when she said that's out of your league? You can never have a dude like that.
I think she realized she was wrong for saying that. Same thing with Ted.
And
You know what I mean?
I, and
People would
And
feel as
again,
though
I'm
Ted
gonna
was out of
say
her league.
again, I'm gonna say forget Eva, forget Leslie. I just asked
Mhm.
Google a
You said
generic.
wrong guy. You said
He is
wrong.
the wrong guy. I'm saying bad guy, wrong guy, the guy
I
that
don't
should.
think he's wrong.
How could he not be
and
wrong? That's
another
the
thing,
sister's
Var, you got
man.
to understand, Eva and Leslie are beautiful women. Leslie is going to depreciate. Now, don't get me wrong. She's good looking right now. She's sexy looking right now. But with a narcissistic mother, as she began to lose her beauty, her anger becomes even greater toward the daughter. If the daughter is beautiful too, so it's a lot into this, and we could sit here all night. But I think you're a wonderful man, but you're never
Mhm.
going to understand it, and it's just you're not
Yeah,
gonna.
everybody have differences of opinion. You know what I mean? Like
Forget the
my
show.
opinion just
Forget
happen
the
to be
show.
the opposite.
The show.
I,
Forget the show.
I,
Forget
mhm.
the show bar. Just ever if you think about some of the stuff you think about Eva, just go to Google and say, Google, why would a daughter who has a narcissistic mother not blah 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 and then see what it says. I ain't never Googled it, but I'm saying Google a question like that sometimes and see what it comes up with.
I got you.
Because
Everything's
that
gonna every
applies to every narcissistic situation of every narcissistic daughter with a narcissist. I mean,
yeah,
every daughter that has a
and
narcissistic mother.
I got you. And every wrong move that Eva makes can be directly reflected back to the mom. You know, like everything that she does through life can directly be reflected back to the mom. My whole thing is it has to be a point in time where you break those chains. And like I said, Eva broke those chains kind of during the day of the party, but she should have did it the day before. And listen, it's all TV. The reason why she didn't do it the day before and put them to private because it wouldn't have made for good TV. And I get that. But like I said, judging off the TV and different things of that nature, she could have did it the day before. So going off that, yeah, like to your point, everything that she does from here on is just, oh man, because she got a narcissistic mom. Oh man, even unallow somebody. Oh, she had a narcissistic mom. We should understand that. Oh, Eva stole this and did that. Oh, well, she got a narcissistic mom. We got to understand that. It's like, at what point does that stop?
Well, I want to put it this way: the criminal law thinks the way you think. So even though she may have been socialized wrong, she would pay the same price as another person would pay. But what Miss Jen has been trying to get you to understand, what I've been trying to get you to understand, the socialization of a person
I
by a
get that.
narcissistic person, they are bound in chains socially, emotionally, and
Hey,
psychologically. They are
let's get
bound
off. Let's get off that for a second. I really want to change it real quick. I know we ain't got that much time, but let's change it to the inner city, right? Ah, should the same understanding be placed upon all these kids out here that's killing each other, that's out here selling drugs and different things of that nature? Should we give them that same kind of leeway and compassion, or do y'all already give that same leeway and compassion to those people that are out there unaliving
They
each
have to
other
be.
and selling drugs?
They have to be removed from
That
society
that
because they
that
are
we ain't
harming
even got
other people. They have
that
to be removed. But
that we ain't even got time to get into. But
no.
you would just have to go read that. What is that letter that man wrote years ago?
We
Um,
can give all them passes because their
what,
lives, the way they was brought up socially
how
and
to
different
build
things
a
like
slave.
that is the cost.
Wait, let me see if I can find this thing. How to build a slave. What's the name of that letter?
Oh, I know what you're talking. Oh my gosh, I know what you're
Okay,
talking
the Willie
about.
Lynch letter.
Yeah,
If you ever read the Willie Lynch letter,
yeah, Willie Lynch.
it
That's
will
what it
explain to you
is.
in real time why things are the way
And
they are in
yeah,
those
you
neighborhoods.
go far and look that up. Of course, I don't think it'll
It's
change your
called the
mind.
Willie Lynch letter, the
No,
making
I
of a
get
slave.
why they do what they do. I get it.
No, no,
I
no, no,
just
no.
me.
I'm saying
Go ahead.
if you go read the Willie Lynch letter, the
Hmm.
making of a slave, you will understand blow by blow why things are the way they are in those neighborhoods.
See, and I want to say this. Y'all think I don't understand what y'all saying about the narcissistic thing? I'm saying I get it completely. I'm just saying it has to be, and it should have been earlier where those chains was broken because she know right from wrong. I'm not saying that
Well,
she wasn't
not
influenced. Hold on, let me hear me out, please, please, please hear me out.
he's gonna
I'm not
need
saying that she.
to go through
I'm not
therapy.
saying. I'm not saying that exactly, and that's on you to take responsibility and deal with it. She knows that her mom is off her rocker. She knows this. She known it before the whole wedding thing came up. She knew it, but she still continues to be there and do whatever. And I'm gonna say this in my closing of this particular subject. Like I did not have a father to raise me in my life, right? But I never used that as an example or an excuse of why I wasn't raising my son. I raised my son from day one, from birth to now. I'm still raising him, and he's away in the military, whatever. But I never use those excuses that people get. Oh man, I didn't have a father in my environment and different things of that nature. No, you have a sense of mind. Make it happen. Figure it out. And people use excuses all the time. And excuses are like buttholes. We all got one. We all can have an excuse on why we do what we do. And you can't lean on that. And I'm just saying this chick, Eva, should not lean on her excuse of a narcissistic mom. That's it.
Well, I'd like to say thank you for raising your son, and thank you for believing that you could role model and mentor your son, and you didn't have to be like the street buddies. So I give you credit for that. And as far as the other part go, we're never going to agree on that, so we can just part and say good night without worrying about evil. But I would suggest do as Miss Jen suggested: look up the Willie Lynch letter and read it, and also go to read something about the narcissistic mother and ask all the questions that you have to Google. I
No, I
don't
don't have
think
any questions. I
I don't
realize
think
I
you
agree
would
with y'all.
receive it. I don't think you
No,
would
I agree
receive
with
it.
y'all wholeheartedly. I agree with y'all wholeheartedly. Like it's not going past me. I get what you said about the Willie Lynch letter, how to raise a
Mhm.
slave, and different things of that nature. Different things that people do systematically to keep us in place, to keep us in chains. I get all that. I get the theory to that wholeheartedly. And for people who can't break those chains, listen, I get that as well. But it's not on me to forgive everybody because everybody's going to have something. You're going to have a reason why you do what you do. And what I'm saying to you is you can't just use that all the time as an excuse to do bad deeds.
But she hasn't used it as an excuse because I don't think this character even knows that she is the
No,
victim
we're
of a
giving her
narcissistic mother.
excuses for her bad
I'm giving
deeds.
her understanding for her bad deeds,
I think she does
not
understand because
excuses.
she says it all the
I
time. I
understand.
understand why y'all wouldn't forgive me. She says it all the time. I understand why you shouldn't like me. I get it. Blah blah blah. So like, I'm not saying she's making excuses. I'm saying when I have
But
these conversations, sometimes excuses comes
look
up.
how her mother has treated her, and she still went to Mona and those people trying to find some kind of friendship for her mother. See
And she's not making excuses though. That's what I'm saying. I give her credit for that. Her character is not making excuses. She's out there saying, listen, man, I know y'all shouldn't like me. I know y'all should be mad at me. She's not making excuses, but I'm hearing excuses when we have the conversations about her. And that's the only thing that I'm talking about.
Yeah, but what you're
I think
hearing
she has a realization.
is just understanding of the character being written the way that she is, understanding of why Leslie is the way that she is, even though I don't like the buffoonery part. But it's just trying to understand and get to the bottom of these characters and why they are the way that they are.
I got you.
Yeah, that's it. But y'all always have a wonderful conversation on Friday nights. I was intended to be out of here by 11, and it's
Yeah, me too.
11:53. I know you were too. He's like, yeah, me too. And I got to be
I
up
didn't
and
think
do
I had
some
nothing to talk about tonight, really.
Really? Yeah. See, and then you even end up talking about the stuff you thought you was gonna be talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm so glad we had this time together. You know, because it was look, a lot of them they left, but 45 of them still in here. Let
All
me
right.
see how many people hit this like button though. Hold on, let me check out. I'm about to get up in y'all. Oh, 50 likes and 47 watch. I ain't about to say nothing. I ain't about to say that. Y'all did very good. Thank y'all very well. Give you a round of applause. But as always, I look forward to talking to you guys. Hopefully, more people will start to come up as well. Linda said the chat was on fire tonight. Lightning Storm said, this is why we don't have understanding and sympathy for victims of grooming and narcissism. It's hard to understand their plight. So, Linda said, you guys are incredible. Robin says, Leslie has had an entire life of untreated mental illness. Ooh. Now that's true. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. Somebody freed me one time from dealing with somebody, right? Family member at that. I was like, I don't understand why it's so hard. I don't understand why. I can't understand why they keep. I don't. And then somebody said to me, so and so has a mental problem.
That's a
And
good point.
you are busy arguing with their mental problem. If you would stop arguing with their mental problem and respect the fact that they have a mental problem, you wouldn't have this issue no more.
Yes. And
And
she would respect Leslie.
I was like, you know what? You're right. And
Should
I
we
stopped
respect
arguing
Leslie?
with the mental. Not here, but
Why?
but no, wait. I was just saying something different that somebody said to me to
Okay, go
free
ahead.
me from having these constant arguments with somebody. Because I would be like, what's wrong with you? Da, da, da. And then it was like, that person has a mental issue here on this. Stop arguing with the mental issue because you're arguing with their issue. You're not arguing with them, you're arguing with their issue. When I stopped arguing with their issue, when they would get like that, and I would say to myself, don't argue with their issue because they having it. That's the issue talking. So, and it just freed me from having all that. Now, when it comes to Leslie, now I'm gonna tell you, a narcissist is a whole different dog of another color.
Should we
They
have
are
compassion for that though?
listen, narcissists are dang near evil.
Yes.
And
They
they can't
are. They
even
like
help that
demon
they are that
possessed
way. They
people.
can't help it.
Yeah, they
Yes.
like
So should we have compassion for that though? That's what
I
I'm
have
asking.
show a
I
lot of
have
compassion for
compassion for what she was for what's wrong with her. And like
Okay.
somebody else just said, she has Ronald says Leslie has had an entire life of untreated mental illness.
Gotcha.
She ain't never been treated for it. If she got some treatment, she could no doubt do better. And then
Mm.
Eva's character is gonna need some therapy because Eva has been
Oh
victimized
yes,
by something
yes.
she don't even understand. She
That's
gonna need a
right.
lot of therapy.
Yes, yes,
Because
yes.
not only is she gonna need therapy for what she's been through, but then she's gonna need therapy to ensure that she don't become like her mama.
That's right.
Mhm.
Because narcissists are made, they're not born, they're created. They're created.
I
And her
agree.
mama's
No
trying to
one's
make her
born a
another one.
narcissist. You have to be trained to be a narcissist. And I
Yeah.
think that's what Leslie's mission goal was to
Right.
do with Eva, to make
But
her a
you
narcissist.
know, I think one of the reasons that Leslie might have become a narcissist because children who have not received the adequate parenting and the nurturing and the giving, they learn to take care of themselves and everything becomes about them. And have you noticed that everything is about Leslie? And I don't know what kind of a mother Peaches was. I can't say. I don't know. But I do know at one point, Leslie was accused of dating Peaches'
It's only
boyfriend.
10 o'clock where you at. Go ahead.
Huh?
So Linda, it's only 10 o'clock where you at, Linda. Go ahead, y'all.
So
Go.
what daughter dates her mother's boyfriend?
The same person that dates her sister's man.
Now I didn't say molest. I didn't say he molested her. I didn't say
Linda
he.
done gave
No, I
us
didn't say
18
molested.
good,
But
Linda
I
done
said
gave
she
us
did
I said
18
the
cheat.
same
goodbyes.
person that'll date her sister's man.
Look, Linda done gave us 18 goodbyes on here. Linda, I'm going to read all your
Okay.
goodbyes. Hold on. Linda said, thank you all who tuned in for tonight. Guys and dolls, it's been real. Come back Monday. I love you all like a fat kid loves candy. She said, thank you for, I don't know what TTFN mean, but she said that. Then she said, adios, toodaloo, see ya, bye-bye, so long,
She trying to
sayonara.
touch everybody in your audience.
And it's only
She
10
touching
o'clock.
everybody.
Yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. Well, Linda, and I don't even know why she playing. Linda, what is wrong with you? It's 10 o'clock. Where you at, girl? Okay, y'all, we're going to go on and get off of here. But I'll see y'all on Monday, unless I get my pictures together and I do something in the membership to show you guys some of the pictures from the brunch, okay?
Okay.
So if I get a chance to do that, I'll come back and do that sometime this weekend in the membership. Var, thank you as always for coming and hanging out with us.
No problem.
And have yourself a good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Good night, Barbara.
All right. And to E Daddy, thank you so much for hanging out with us. And we'll see you next time as well.
Yep, you as well.
All right. And to Miss Lil, thank you so much for coming over and hanging out with us as well. Always enjoyable.
Thank you. And you have a great week.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, you guys, that's it. We're getting ready to get out of here. Please thank the mods, because, baby, they hung in here as long as they could. The other ones was like, I'm out of here. I got to go to bed. So thank you, Mod Squad.
Thank you, Mod Squad. Katie Mommy, Destiny H, Bilo Didi, and Cousin Linda. Thank you.
Cousin Linda, especially because I think you were the last mod to hang in here this long. Everybody else was like, I got to go. Bilo Didi said she had done sang her heart out. She ain't had time to be in here monkey around with y'all. But thank you all so much. And Ronald, that's okay. You came late. You came. You may not have got here on time, but you're right on time as far as we're concerned. All right, you guys. Well, I will talk to you guys on Monday, unless I come back in the membership this weekend. If I get my pictures and stuff together, where I can show you guys some of the pictures and videos that were taken at the brunch, which was really beautiful. The pictures turned out really pretty, really nice, I should say. All right, you guys. Well, I will talk to y'all later. Let's hope that this ending thing works right tonight, because I ain't got time to play with this thing tonight. Let me turn on my chat so I can make sure this thing ended over here on my other device. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, I hope everybody's had a good day. If not, it's only 12:01. It's 1 minute into today, so I know you got plenty of time to make it right. So I hope you're having a great day. And if not, there's plenty of time that's left now. Why not see what you can do to turn it into a good one anyway? All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Okay, that's it for today. They're closing the gate, so I've got to close this door until tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.